Hello, pump fake pod. Yeah, I had to do a little pump fake there on the intro. Had to make sure that we were actually here. Welcome. We are back. Missed our first episode last night of the year. Someone was stuck in traffic 10 miles from their home till about 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, that was me. It was horrible experience last night. So we had to miss last night's episode. Elliot was sick. So appreciate you guys. We are now back officially. Still got all of our plays in though, so we didn't miss anything. I know Trevor tweeted out his plays. I put my picks on the pick sheet. Little late, but better than ever. We're sitting right now pretty good at 17-8 currently on the day with a few games pending. So we're gonna have a little fun little sweat out tonight for some of these games, but it was a great slate. Like I said, 17-8. I was hot on the first 7 p.m. window and kind of love these mid majors matchup and just a weird Wednesday, Elliot, of all different types of games. From the mid majors of the SoCon, the Ivy League, or not the Patriot League, and then all the way down to you got Houston, and then the Big 12, and then you got the Big 10 as well with Minnesota and Michigan State, which was insane. Which we'll get into it here and talk about it. So just an awesome night of hoops tonight, Elliot. You got any eyes on some of these games?
Yeah, I've been under the weather. I slept literally all yesterday, and I slept in today. I was non-existent to the world for the last 36 hours. It feels like, but yeah. So I just woke up a little bit ago. Had to get on the show, make sure we made it back on the show, and then I'll probably give out my picks and cash out as soon as as soon as we get off the show. So wasn't a big eyeball watching slate. I was really watching the back of my eyelids. But hopefully I'm kicking it, and we'll get it rolling so I can kick my feet up tomorrow and watch it.
Everyone and their mother is sick, I feel like, right now. I just got over mine last week. So, yeah, get better, buddy. I'm sure you'd rather be sick than sit in traffic a mile from your house, though. I don't know. That might be the worst thing of all time. I'm just kidding. Being sick sucks, too. But, anywho, we'll move on. It was a great early window. Greensboro covers. They win outright. Great game. VMI team total under comes through. App State comes through. Just some great games overall in the 7 o'clock window as well. We mentioned, Providence and Butler go to double overtime. Providence ends up covering. That was a fantastic game. On the A10 slate, George Mason, who is laying 6.5, loses outright to Duquesne. They're really blowing their mid-major bubble for sure. And at-large bid potential. So I don't think there's any at-large bid after that loss, pretty much, if there was one. Outside of that, Texas A&M, Alabama was a great game. Talk about speed of sound, speed of light, whatever. That's what we were watching. Alabama and A&M, 197. A&M does get the cover. I took A&M plus 8.5, but the over would have hit with ease as well. And I think it was sitting at what, Elliot? 180, 179. So
yeah, when I looked, I saw 179, 180, something like that. That was way too many points. That was one that I wish I would have fired off if I wasn't dead ass asleep. But that 8.5, 7.5, any of those, I just thought that was way too many points for a solid Texas A&M team.
Yeah, no kidding at all. Middle Tennessee State, they lose outright to Florida International in overtime. Some great games just across the board. Cleveland State came back and covered and wins outright against Oakland. They're on a roll. One of the hotter teams right now in the country is Cleveland State. Then outside that, just some butt kickings going on right now. I'm looking at Illinois, Kentucky. Baylor we saw. But this BYU Oklahoma State game is fairly good. Clemson, Stanford's good. So excited to lock in for the rest of the slate. But we are excited as well because, as you know, we are sponsored by Rithmm. We love Rithmm. It's been a fantastic partner for us, and the reason why we love Rithmm, I talk about it all the time, is that they pick every single game available. They have it. Totals, bets, money line, you name it. They have it for college basketball, college football, NFL. Elliot was talking golf the other day on stream. So they have it all, and they're not afraid and shy to pick the volume like we are. They're not just spitting out a couple games on the model. They're looking at every single game, giving you the data-backed science behind the game, and also giving their picks and plays with their confidence level and smart signals and everything else in between that we've talked about with parlay optimizers and a percentage of confidence as well too. So the fact that it analyzes every game, I love it. And Rithmm's been such a huge success. Our Rithmm play of the day has been rocking lately. 34 and 23 total. It comes through with USC money line fading my wonderful Hoosiers. I did call that, and I love that Rithmm loved it even more. It made it so easy. So USC gets it home. We did not have one today due to missing last night's episode, but we did get it through and across the line. USC gets it done and beats IU. So Rithmm play the day, 34 and 23. It's been hitting on all cylinders, and we're looking forward to continuing and finding another play. And also, we are looking forward because we have been talking about this episode for a couple weeks now with Rithmm's CEO, Megan Lam, here to talk about Rithmm and also the story of Rithmm and just college basketball. I know that she loves college basketball. She's got some experience in the game as well, too. We're really looking forward to bringing Megan in and discussing Rithmm. So let's all give a warm big pod welcome to Megan Lam. Megan, hello.
Hey guys, great to be here. Thanks for having me. We love this partnership. It's a perfect partnership.
I really appreciate that, and we hope to be perfect, and we hope to just be a good friend in the college basketball world. Only not even just in the college basketball world, but we know that you are. You love college basketball. You got a lot of history with it. And I find you watching the game. You're talking about Michigan State, Minnesota. How about that? Right before we went live, how about that? The Barn gets another court storm.
Unbelievable
this season.
I watched most of the game, and it was like I kept saying, like, Minnesota's gonna get this. There's this 10-point. They kept get down to 8, but then Minnesota come back, throw in another deuce, be back to 10. It just kept going back and forth. And then obviously Michigan State finally, cranked it at the end there, but there just wasn't enough time. But Minnesota played amazing. They deserved that win. Michigan State just they just waited way too long to crank it up. So great game. I'm not sure about when they stormed the court. I kind of I was really psyched about the win, and then they stormed the court, and I was like, come on, guys, do we got a storm on this? Was it that big? What'd you got? Are you with me on that? They didn't need to storm.
I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think it's just another excuse for kids to go do something fun, which I don't blame them. But I saw a court storm because some team, they were ranked 24th. I'm like, what? Just because they're ranked 24th warrants a court storming? Top 10? I don't know. And Minnesota, they've done it already before, so I completely get it. You got to act like you've been there before. IU beats Purdue. We don't court storm. They just roll up.
Come on.
That's a rivalry game, though.
When they stormed, because I had coached at one point in my life, I watched the kids. I was like, let me see if these Minnesota kids really think that a court storm, did they want this? And then I saw the smile on one of the kids' faces, and then I did warm up to that. I was like, all right. But yeah, it was a game. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's Big Ten basketball. The Midwest basketball we know very well. And Megan, you mentioned coaching. Tell us about your experience with coach. I know that you coached for a long time. You played basketball. You always had a fond love for basketball along with your family. We've talked about. So, we're all in the same boat here. We've grown up loving college basketball, but we're not in the same boat of being able to coach the game and play. So very excited to hear and learn more about that and kind of where were you looking at all these analytics back when you were coaching before with Rithmm and whatnot, or is this something that you looked at and looked into more so back then?
Yeah, I started my career coaching. That's all I ever wanted. I played ball since, I had two older brothers. I was one of those. They had a ball out. I was there with them. So, and I just loved the game of basketball. And then I played, and then I coached. All I wanted to do is coach basketball. I did that. Spent a lot of time at Indiana State. Spent a little time at Rhode Island, Loyola Chicago, so some really great schools, and had just a fantastic. I mean, I loved it. And then I got out and got into the business world. Not to say that D1 isn't a business, but more of a traditional business world. And yeah, like when I coached the Indiana State, we were a heavy statistics coaching staff, and we played the percentages, which was interesting at that time to do that. The thing that lacked was on the bench. It was just around the time where like you had some software that you could take on your bench, and now obviously now that's just normal. It wasn't normal at the time. And quite frankly, the software really wasn't, we were trying to have computations going all the time. It wasn't quite there, but we wanted it. And we did use the percentages. And so that was always a love of mine is, there's obviously, you need data to make decisions. And then there's also obviously some feel of the game, momentum. Data can't really help you during that time. That's no matter, I don't care what anybody says. But you should be using data to make your decisions for the most part. And then obviously there's feel and play. But that has always been part of my journey is statistics.
Yeah, we had, Megan, we had, when I was a student assistant, my last year at Tabor, we'd have the printout, the sheet of your scouting report sheet. And what we did was we put on the scouting report sheet, we basically did it on an Excel, and, we would update that thing, but it would show all the percentages, and then somebody on the bench would track that game's percentages as well. So then when we got down to crunch time, we saw, hey, these 5 people are on the floor. So-and-so shoots 60%, but hey, he's 6 for 6 tonight. So-and-so's 70%, but he's at 2 for 6. And then you just kind of feel that out and play the percentages in terms of that. So it's a mixed bag when it comes to, you can't just play straight percentages versus, one way or the other. There's multiple ways, multifactorial.
It is. And there are times we use the data and, where then the kid, hey, we're going to play the percentages. This kid, let's back up, let it fly. And then that kid gets hot. And at some point you're like, are the numbers going to be, will it finally kind of weigh itself out? And will the numbers actually get back to, the variance there? And will it, but there are nights where, you got to just pull, you got to cut it. You got to say, okay, this kid's having a night. We got to change it up. But I loved those moments. I really did.
I had such a bad basketball career that I remember when I had a good game and the coach was like, that guy's a shooter. I still remember him saying that, the opposing coach. That's how bad I was. But I was maybe having one of those anomaly nights for sure, and whatnot. And, I think it's exactly right. Like, if there's a game inside of the game for sure. And you know what? You got to be able to adjust. And there are analytics definitely gives you a front hold. Unless you're Doug Gottlieb. He said that Ken Pom is bullshit. So if you missed that, I was they did go in and they did play good in Northern Kentucky and got a win off of a buzzer beater, I believe, Elliot, by the way, too. So no analytics for that, but they do give you the sauce, and it's helped us on the Pump Fake Pod, and even more so with Rithmm. That's what Megan, I really like. I say it all the time. Like, you guys pick every game. You're not shying around. Like, you give a confidence rating for every single bet that's available, whether that's a prop or just a game total or spread. It's awesome. And the fact that you got every college team listed, I mean, you search for a team and you could bring up some D3 team out of nowhere as well too, or something, which is very cool. Megan, I'm just curious, what after coaching, you step into the business world, is that where the dawn of Rithmm, from coaching, or did it happen during coaching, or like I could make these analytics or the software you're talking about? I'm curious to learn more about where Rithmm started and its ties to college basketball as well too.
Rithmm started, I was a CEO of a company and I thought I needed more analytical training. And I went to the board and said, can I go back to school? I'll do it. Don't worry. I can do both. And they approved it. And so I I had Rithmm was never on my mind, by the way. It did not start when I was coaching basketball. It was not on my mind. It got where Rithmm with the genesis of Rithmm was when I was in school. I was at MIT in a data models and decisions class. It's called DMD. And it's a predictive modeling class. And I'm not a quant. You guys met the quant, Brian. But I have some knowledge of it to be a little dangerous. And I'm into numbers. That class is incredibly hard and hard. So I had a tutor. I mean, it was wild, but it was fascinating. And at the time, I was also betting the NBA, and using a rudimentary model, Excel, which we
did.
Yeah, and I was in class doing predictive modeling, and that's where it came to me. And it was a moment. It was really cool, and I have everything like documented. I was taking notes, and I stopped listening in class, and I was like, "Hey, why?" Everybody in class is an executive, and they're all using predictive models and Fortune 500 companies and startups, and every executive in the room is using a model to do something in their company. And I'm like, okay. I also know professional sports bettors are using predictive models, and I'm like, why isn't this accessible to everyone? And that was really the question. Oh, and so I just started writing things down about that, and I could care less about what was going on in class. I'm like, this is a moment. As I was like, let me go research. Those of us, I'm a consumer, you're a consumer. Okay, what's available to us at this time? If I really wanted to have access to professional level modeling, what's available? How much does it cost? What's it look like? And so that's where the genesis of Rithmm was. It was in that class at that time. And I was very interested in what was available to everyday sports bettors, not sharps, but could we get access to that? And so the research showed this. There were products available, but they were super nerdy and they were hard to just digest. And I was literally like, who's going to want to sit around the tools that were there? I'm like, who's going to want to sit around and do this? Like, this is challenging and I'm paying for it, and it was expensive, the tools that existed. And I'm like, okay, we need to solve this problem. And the thesis, we need to solve the problem of professional bettors use predictive models. Everyday bettors should have a model. It's hard, it's expensive, it's dynamic. Not everybody's a data scientist or quant. How do we make something incredibly complex simple enough that an everyday sports bettor could use and want? And that's what we set out to do. And there's a lot more to the story. It's with college basketball, of course, and but that is, I'll just that's how it was started. It was, and I was like, the thesis I had was, there will be a time that everyone is using a model. A model will be mainstream. And I know that sounds like, so, there are a lot of people that are like, you're crazy. Like, no one's going to want a model. And I'm like, no, people are going to want a model. And honestly, guys, it's going to come faster than what I thought. With the predictive market, with the markets now and the prediction markets exploding, people are going to understand what a predictive model is. And everyone's going to want one and need one. I don't think we are as crazy. And people should have it. You should have it if you're going to bet on sports. You should have one.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
You look at the on Twitter, all those AI models and all those models that thousands and thousands and thousands of people are continuing to follow and continuing to get behind. It's all it's the exact same thing that you're talking about. People maybe don't see it as a predictive model or as some type of an AI type of a model, but it's there, it's present, it's relevant throughout the entire universe on X there, and a bunch of people use them. They pop up all the time.
They do. This one kid on TikTok I started following, and he was kind of like in the basement guy just modeling NFL, and he got this huge following. And I'm like, we have something for you. You could do what this guy's doing. You could get on we've simplified it enough. You don't need to code. You don't need to be a data scientist and a quant. This is why we developed it. So you don't have to follow someone. We don't know what that, you don't know what that person is doing. You don't know those things. So it's like, how can we deliver something that can be someone's model? And you can, as you guys know, you can personalize a model on Rithmm. You can have Rithmm create a model for you, or you could just go to the leaderboard and copy a battle-tested model that somebody's just crushing on. Why wouldn't you just do that? And that's what I like about it. It still gives people, like what I say, like agency, like this is your model. You get to, you know it. You don't have to wait for somebody. You don't have to wait for the kid to tell you what his model is giving you. But you can also go to his model and say, hey, do our models match? Like there's plenty of that you can do to validate if you'd like, if you want to get that deep into it.
And I mean, if I'm even the one to go on a CSV sheet back 5 years ago, downloading data from KenPom and Torvik and all that, if I'm able to crack it a little bit, there is an edge for modeling, because I'm not very good with technology. I'm not. So I mean, the fact that you guys make it so simple is so nice. I can pull out my phone at the dinner table. I won't do that for my wife, but anytime you're in a quick rush, Rithmm can solve that for you, just on the fact that you can search any game that is available that day for the bet that you guys are choosing, and also with the stats that's backed into it. I think Brian said years of portal data. I mean, the fact that the transfer portal started made modeling, like own modeling on your own, very hard, because the portal, with all the changes, and the fact that you guys have that backed is so impressive, especially in the college sports world, and that you have every stat for the last few years and whatnot. So and the model's ever changing, like you talked about, and yes, you can literally go and go on a leaderboard, see the most, like the top performing model, and start to mimic that, and just go with Rithmm's model as well too, which we always love and do for our plays of the day. So I think that's just another added bonus, because Egan, it CSVs, Excel living, it's tough. It's time consuming, and it's like a full-time job, and you guys make it very easy and to the touch of just being like, I want to search something for a few minutes. You can just pick a smart signal. You can pick any of the signals that you guys have in your highest confident rating. You can optimize a parlay. You guys have been evolving as well too. You got access directly to sports books. You can see the best line. I mean, literally Rithmm has it all, where you don't have to necessarily even leave Rithmm to start betting even too, which I find is amazing.
That was the goal. We spent 1.5 years in stealth mode, just developing the model piece and personalization, like layering personalization on top of our models is really hard. It's hard engineering, and having the data that's coming in, and also not to get too techy here, but like you said, and I love that you guys appreciate that, we have an opinion on every game. That's hard to do. And the lines also move on every game. And so we had to figure out, from a computation standpoint, if every time a line moves, math happens, and on every game. And so, we needed time to figure that piece out. And, the app was a little, like, it was kind of gross in the beginning, it was, but now it's, we figured, our engineers figured out all those pieces. And so it allows us now to just crank out features that just make everybody's lives easier. Like one touch, you go from decision right to bet. I love that piece. It's helped. I mean, it has decreased my time tremendously, that I can just whip up a bet slip and go right and have it just, also because I have multiple sports books, which ones have the best lines, where can I get down quick before the line moves. But we were deliberate about having, I was like, we need to have every obscure college basketball game on there. There are.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
Like even the caution bet. I mean, we get some flack guys about caution bets, and I'm like, why do you guys put cautions up? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like why wouldn't we put cautions up? Just as much as you should bet on something, there are just as much you should stay away from something. And we want to be that compliant to, to all of the Rithmm's, members. And, but that does come up a lot, surprisingly. These are the things when you're a founder, you just assume people are you're like, oh, of course everybody wants the entire slate of college basketball. Of course they want to see which ones are recommended, which ones are cautioned. Of course they want that. And then some, certainly people sometimes are like, why don't you just give them, the recommends? And I'm like, we're leaving so much data off the table.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's why you have the quick filters.
And that's why you have filters. Right.
I mean,
that's why you have the filters. And also like, look, there are times, and I don't want to get to like, if you get on Rithmm and you see, there are times that I do look at caution bets, and I look at the data and I look at my tracked bets and have I won with cautions and what kind of cautions. Like there's rich data in the cautions, and it also will deter me. Like there are times I'm like, I really want to get down on a game and I got nothing. It's just like straight cautions. I'm like, the Iowa game tonight, I really wanted to bet that game, but there was nothing good that Rithmm had.
Over 141.5 now.
Did you guys get down on the Iowa game?
Over 141.5 is recommended now, at least on my CBB model.
I'm down to take that before tip-off's about to begin, I think.
Let's do it. That's what I mean.
Let's do it.
So I don't. All of my models are cautioned on. I got nothing on it. I have all caution on there. It's leaning toward the over, but I got no green stars.
Well, Megan, I'm not blowing smoke or saying this because you're a partner. Like it really is an awesome app, and the interface of it has been so user friendly, and I just have enjoyed it. I mean, on the computer, on the app itself, on your phone, because like you said, you can control how you want it. You can use Rithmm's model. You can use your own model. You can only see the overs. You can only see under bets. You can only see totals, top 5 games you guys spit out as well. So you have like a confidence rating on every game, which I find very interesting. And that kind of is just another added addition and an added bonus, I think. And yes, pick every game because we're a bunch of degens on the betting market. That's why we're here talking about the Albanys of the world and the Gardner Webbs of the world, and definitely love that the model isn't shying away from that, and not just being able to pick a few games here and there. And I think it's just an awesome tool. And I think also another added tool is there's a stats edition as well too, so you can see the stats of each team. I mean, all their against the spreads, over unders. You have it all. And, there's a lot of apps that are like, oh, we have this, and it's just one thing. Rithmm really does a great job of packing a punch and getting all those things we all want into one. And that's where I think the universal nature of Rithmm and just how user-friendly it is makes it a one-stop shop for me to look at the bets, look at the scores, and also see what's going on in other markets as well. Like WNBA last season, it was great for me.
It was WNBA. I mean, that was something else.
Yeah.
Everybody made a lot of money. I mean, Rithmm crushed it on the WNBA. And we had a great NFL season, don't get me wrong. But that WNBA run was that was insane. People were the amount of money that people were making was just was wild. It was so fun to watch because we knew it was there. It was there the year before, but nobody was really betting the W, and then just absolute explosion. And I'm glad we could be on the forefront of that, glad we were ready for it. We started modeling the W in our first year. And it was another one of those moments and it's still not, people should be betting the W. If it's the only thing that they can take away from tonight's podcast, is bet the W. The lines are not efficient yet. they're not there yet. It's all there for you.
You bet on my fever. They make a run even when they're injured, down and out. They'll make a run on you. And no, I mean, that's what the best part about it is, like a market I'm not very familiar with. Like, I watch the NBA, but and even on Christmas, I'm like, I'm going to Rithmm because I don't know anything else. 4-1 on the Christmas spreads, I think, and on what I picked. The Thunder let us down, but who's counting that game? Because he had 4 wins in a row, so I didn't even have to do anything. I'm sitting there on Christmas morning watching my nieces and nephews opening presents. I'm scrolling, and I'm like, what's Rithmm got for me on NBA? Bam! Because we didn't have college basketball on the slate. So, yes, I have like my own qualitative knowledge of college basketball, but now that you can use that to pair up with the quantitative, you don't have to know the sport. You do not have to know the sport to bet it and use Rithmm, and I think that's the beauty of it as well too. And that's how user-friendly it is. We have
a lot of members that say that like they love NFL. They've never bet college football, but they understand how to use the app, the application, and they understand the modeling piece now and and then they can just shift over to another sport and get down on a Saturday. And the same for me. Like I love betting basketball, and I love betting college basketball. I love betting the W, and I love college football, but I'm not a big MLB bettor. But I do bet the MLB because we have it in our app, and I never in my wildest dreams what I thought that I would ever bet the MLB. And so it does, it allows people to do something, it allows someone to do something really, they can still be smart in a sport that they're not quite there yet as a fan, perhaps. And that's what we want to deliver. Like we did this totally we want to help people, and people should have access to a professional level model. They should, that was our entire like kind of ethos. It's like, and it's been a wild ride. It's been, it's been a lot of fun.
And Rithmm's been around, what is 5 years, 4 years?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, it's been around 3 years. We did now prior to like really we like on the weekends, Brian and I, before we started Rithmm, we had the idea, and then I said, Brian, we were both working. I mean, he was a commander. I was a CEO, but we had this idea and we had met and we loved it. And I'm like, I would like to see if this, like, can we just do some small sampling and see if this like works? Meaning, could we build a predictive model and then layer personalization over it? And could we personalize this for everyone? Because that to me was like a big piece. Is I would like people to have some agency of like what they like. If they want personalization, if they don't, great, you can copy a model, we got you. But like there are a lot of people that like to tinker with their models, and they like have ownership of, they really fall in love with those models. I get that. So I said, Brian, why don't we on the weekends, like, let's just see if we can build something that's just like very minimal, but can we add personalization? And then so we did that on the weekends. We built this just like web version of Rithmm, and we gave it to like 25 of our friends and family, and it was just college basketball. And then I wanted to see if, from like just a very selfish level, if my coaching knowledge of what I thought statistics mattered, if I could build a model around that, would it back test well and would it win? And because I also thought this would be kind of cool for people that either played, coach, or just huge fan, right? That they're like, hey, I know the game, however you know it. I wonder if these things that I think actually matter, will they actually matter in betting in a model? And will it translate to that? And so I was like, so look, let's do college basketball because I know it inside out. And so Brian was like, that sounds great. And I'm like, we love obscure betting. Both of us loved obscure betting too. Obviously obscure games like mid majors, low majors. And let's see if if we can do something. And it was one of those moments, it's like we had where all of our friends and family were winning, and we were like, oh, it works. We were like, you know, and that's when, like, so yes, we've been around as a company for 3 years. Brian and I did some on the weekend stuff just to make sure that we had the conviction that we had about the idea. We obviously needed it from a data centric, like, can we legitimize this? And it was clear that we could. And I'm going to tell you guys that we have some pictures of what our app looks like then, you know, and it's hilarious. But those were some really fun weekends of when we were able to use Rithmm, and no one knew it existed, and we were just testing it and it was working. And I'm winning Belmont. I just remember I went on this huge streak where my model kept just like saying, take Belmont. I was so into it. I was like on ESPN Plus watching Belmont at like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm a huge Belmont fan now. And I just kept winning on Belmont. I'm like, these models work. So yeah, it was
that Belmont team a few years ago. They're still great this year, but they were really fun. They're just that fast-paced team.
Yeah.
But I think what's so cool is that you have such a passion for the game. The fact that this idea started from just like love and passion. I think that's why it's been just another edition of being so successful, and so much you guys have poured into it just for the love of the game. And we really support that. I know the Pump Fake Pod community really supports and appreciates what Rithmm's done, and we're excited to see you guys grow. You guys have done a lot, even only in like the last 30 days, continuing to launch stuff. So very excited to see you continue to grow and whatnot.
I can't wait for you guys to use our March Madness bracket.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait.
I cannot.
We're gonna get a perfect bracket, is what we're gonna get. We're gonna set the record.
Telling you, we've had some runs on that's another. We've been in existence for 3 years, and even in the first year we had brackets, because I was like, we're doing brackets, like. And so the robots make the brackets. So your models make the brackets. It just fills it out for you. And then you can download that thing and take it anywhere. And it has, we have called like some crazy upsets. And it's an absolute blast. And it's part of, it's part of the subscription too. It's just another great thing that we just kind of let people have.
And Rithmm always has the consumer in mind. I think that's always the important thing. And just everything user friendly. And Megan, you're an Indiana State Sycamore. I know that we couldn't get the episode of you being able to pick up an Indiana State game tomorrow, but the Sycamore's kind of in a transition year. They had a great run. That NIT championship game was a heartbreaker, but
sorry, sure slept you.
We got a soft spot for the Sycamores here on the Pump Fake Pod, and we want you to know that for sure.
Let me ask you this: what do you think of SLU then? They took the coach and the kid. Like, what are we thinking of SLU?
Well,
I want SLU to do good so that K-State can get shirts.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we got K-State needs to get rid of Tang over there. He's licking his chops for shorts for sure. I think when money comes in and says you want to coach here, it's going to be a no-brainer. So a quick one stepping stone for St. Louis. But yeah, as Trevor calls him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and we love Robbie Avila. We've been calling Indiana State on the Pump Fake Pod even back a couple of years ago with Swope, and why am I blanking on the spot up shooter kid? But any on that team. But yeah, we love Indiana State. SLU's going to be rocking, and they are an at-large team if they don't win their conference tournament. It would be a shame if they don't let St. Louis in.
They gotta let them in. I have a love-hate with SLU because they've taken it. They just, the whole Indiana, it just feels like the Indiana State team over there. And so there's this love-hate because I was so upset when it all happened. But I get it. This is the nature of the beast. But my heart's at Indiana State. And then, but I'm watching SLU because of that. And man, there's something else. There's something to watch. That kid is just so smooth. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I cannot believe it. And you've had I think you had a stop. You had a couple other stops you mentioned as well in your coaching, Rhode Island.
Yep. Loyola, Chicago. Yep.
Chicago. So
yep. Some fun. Yeah.
What's your favorite defense? What's your favorite defense? You like a man-to-man? You like a zone, or what's your go-to offense? I guess it maybe matters on the team you're coaching, but if you had to maybe do a universal one that you prefer, I guess.
Okay.
Let's talk some ball.
Let's start offense. Offense. I love 4-game. I love a high ball screen. Ran the hell out of that at Indiana State. Became the #1 scoring offense in the nation, beating out UConn. That was big. Yep. I mean, we scored over 80 points a game. That was all. We ran high ball screen, penetrate, get to the basket, roll the post, hit the post, pop the post, hit the 3. Very versatile, very exciting and fun for the kids and the fans. That was a blast. And then defense, I love so we pressed full court. You can't do that with every team. Mm-mm. But when you got the dogs, you can do it. And so love pressing, love a great run and jump. And then I love falling back into a zone, but I like an aggressive zone with traps, things in that, double downs, sneaky stuff, smart stuff. So really like going like from a run and jump back into a zone, which is hard to do because it's just chaotic. And but those are my loves. And then I sneaky out of bounds plays. So I'm an out of bounds freak because I just, man, you can if you
Mrs. Bill Self right here, Mrs. Bill Self.
I watch out of bounds plays. I'm like, what are they going to run? What are they going to run? Are they going to just give this possession away? I mean, are they going to try to score? Are we scoring here? Or are we just giving this possession away? So love when teams can run a good out of bounds play. So yeah, that's my jam.
I would watch Megan's off. I mean, that sounds like a great team. And IU Indy, little kind of similar vibe. The press nonstop, but and they have a good offense. But it sounds like your defense was a little better even with the press than IU Indy. But got to see them live. Good little run and gun, fall back into a zone, kind of aggressive zone. But with that press, these possessions are lasting not longer than 15 to 18 seconds, which is crazy. So, but that's great, Megan. I mean, we definitely appreciate you hopping on here, discussing Rithmm. I mean, like we said, Rithmm's was such a great partner. And I think it's so cool that you guys have a college basketball background and your love for college basketball and your love for the game is kind of the reason for Rithmm. And you're sitting in a college class, you're sitting in your class at business school. You're like, the whole idea of it, and hearing the actual story of Rithmm, very cool to say the least. And the fact of the matter is that you got an idea, and you love it, and you love your idea. You see yours come to life, and you see yours being successful. Just a very cool story overall.
I appreciate that. Rithmm was. The name of Rithmm I wrote down was Ringer. And I was like, because this is the, like when you're playing on a court and you bring the ringer, right? And then someone was like, you can't name it Ring. There's already a ringer. Like, and then I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I was so hyped about that. And then that went down the drain. And then it was like, okay, what's another good name? And then we're like algorithm. So that, we're building algorithms. And then also when you just watch basketball and you watch college football, any sporting event, and somebody's like, you just need to be in a rhythm to do things, and you hear about that so much. And so it was kind of like a double, meaning behind the word of obviously taking it from algorithm, but then also just and there is a rhythm to sports betting, and there's so that was the genesis behind it. So.
I also think it's like a triple entendre because it's like you can make your own rhythm. You make your own beats, you make your own rhythm.
You're right.
You can set yourself to to whatever rhythm you may want to, and you can play it how you want.
I love that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I love it too. Yeah, make your own rhythm and the rhythm of it all. There is a rhythm to sports betting.
Yeah.
And Megan, before we get you out of here, it's been such a
Yeah.
great conversation. Appreciate you hanging out late, watching some ball with us, and talking ball. Do you got any plays that you love maybe for tomorrow, or even I guess I know we're kind of out of the slate tonight with tip-offs, but if there's anything that's sticking out for you or for on the Rithmm slate, doesn't even have to be college basketball, but
well, let's stick with college basketball.
yeah, let's stick with college. Yeah, let's
college
go.
basketball.
Let's go.
I got a couple, and I'm curious what you guys have. So tomorrow, I have two models that are just been they've been killing it on unders, on totals, on unders.
I love a good under.
Okay, I know a lot of people don't like unders, so I was like, oh boy, I know that unders cannot be fun. I know that, but I do like winning. I always tell people, well, I do enjoy winning money. So that's why we need unders. They win. So I have two models that are just like killing it on unders. Matter of fact, let me just
do some rhythm in around there.
Yeah.
I had a great under today that Rithmm loved as well. St. Thomas, South Dakota State, under 157. Normally a St. Thomas team with their tempo is like, an under. I kind of call those crazy unders, but I expected tough defense in Brookings. I saw Rithmm like the under as well. That hit with ease. I think that it ended at like 138 total or something like that. So
love that.
Yes.
Love that. Okay, so I've got two models, and in the last 7 days, they're 5-2 on total. We're talking unders, totals only. So just unders. 15-4 in the last 30, and 75-58 overall. So this is a good. These models, right? They're doing very. I mean, that last 5 days we're at 39% ROI. Last 30 days we're at 50.8% ROI. So these things are working for unders, and so. Again, this is going to be Northeastern versus Hofstra. I got the under.
Let's go.
Yep. The line's at 155. My model's at 153. I like the under there. North Carolina A&T at Charleston. I like the under there. And then, so again, those are obscure games. Now, the Michigan game in Penn State makes me nervous. My model is leaning to it. My model has the under. But this is where I'm probably going to stay off that game. And this is where, like, I'm going to stay off the under, even though it has it. Because I'm just staying away from that game. And this is where I always try to tell people, like, listen. Really,
can I talk you into betting it?
We going betting the under? We doing it?
Yeah. So I'll bet it with you because when I look at this is a classic spot for me. We call it a sandwich spot. So you got them off of the Michigan State rivalry win at on the road, and then look who they play on Sunday. They got Ohio State, another classic hatred rivalry game. So you've got a classic sandwich spot. You can get a little letdown spot for Michigan, offensively with a Penn State team who they're going to be overlooking. You've already seen what Penn State's now 1-10. They finally got their first win against Minnesota at home.
Yes.
And so now, Michigan has already beat them. I mean, the only downfall is they only beat Michigan by 2 last time, or Michigan only beat them by 2 last time. Only put up 74 points though. So I like the under just because they're going to come out slow. It's a classic sandwich spot after that Michigan State win with Ohio State on deck.
Yeah, and I mean, even if Michigan scores 100, I don't know if Penn State could score 65. I don't think so. Penn State, one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. So, yeah, that is a little scary. I agree, Megan, just with how Michigan's been running, but I do like it. I think we see maybe Michigan, even if they're up big early, kind of let it off the gas at the end a little bit. So
that's I was thinking that too. I was like, obviously Penn State, they're gonna need to slow it down. They can't. Can they score? And then will Michigan State like take people out, and not run it up? But I've got the under. You guys have talked me into it. I'm betting it.
And we're going to bet the 3 unders, or the 2 other unders you mentioned as
I love
well.
it.
I love the Northeastern Hofstra under. I think we see Hofstra's defense step it up. And then NCAT and Charleston, I think it's a similar kind of cap to a Michigan-Penn State game we just talked about. Up-tempo team that can score a lot of points. A&T is going to have to try to maybe slow it down, step it up a little bit somewhat defensively. So let's go. Unders. I love it, Megan. We're betting unders. It's the best sweat in college basketball.
I know. I was worried, and I'm like, oh man, I'm bringing unders on the call, but that's where the models are pointing, and that's where my models have been winning. So I got to just follow the data, and then Elliot, like the context around these things, those things are so helpful. So it makes sense, and you can get behind it and have confidence in the pick. So that's
for sure.
Yeah.
I always tell all of everybody that's watching in the chat and stuff. It's great when we kind of like a side, or I go into it. Sometimes when I'm creating the slides and I'm creating these lines, and I'm like, ooh, I love just my gut instinct of just watching game after game after game, learning the teams, knowing what I know. I'm like, ooh, I like this, and then I look into it a little bit more, and I'm like, oh wait, they just returned on a 4-game road stretch down there at home. Oh, I like that even more. Play all that, and then you plug in. Oh, you look at Rithmm. Rithmm agrees too. It's almost just gives you that even extra boost of confidence, which is always awesome.
You guys are like we basically have 2 types of users. One, advanced sports bettors that need validation. Hey, what does the robot have to say? Let me go see what Rithmm has to say. And then the other type is, I don't know where to begin. This just helps me begin, and no validation here. Just need help with what to bet tonight. So, and you obviously, you guys are advanced. You fall into that, so that's wonderful to see.
Hey, and I guess Megan, you're being requested to hop on the pod back tomorrow. So it looks like. So let's go. We love it. The chat. Let's go.
Thanks, Mark. I would love to. Honestly, Mark, the problem is with these 2. And probably you, we could talk all night long. This thing could go so many. We could get.
You got to hop on a Friday night episode.
We could get so deep into sports betting.
We'll be talking till like 4 a.m. on a Friday night, especially during these January, February months where we're kind of hunkered down inside. And I may not have had a little too many beverages on last Friday's episode, but I did great on Saturday, and I predicted IU to go into UCLA and win. So, but yeah, that's what we do. We love talking ball till 4 a.m, and we really appreciate you coming on here and giving out your plays.
I did highlight a question just to bring it back up. Yes. Some people in the chat, they've always kind of asked us as well, just the fact of if there's like possible NHL, I think was a big one, and I know some other people have mentioned like UFC. They've mentioned college baseball, college lacrosse. We have a big college lacrosse following, surprisingly, here in our comment section. Shout out to Virgil, but it's actually a very under bet market too. So I've enjoyed learning a little bit more from him on that. But people I know have always asked that question about looking if they've had other sports potentially.
I think we get asked about NH. I'm not joking. Every day, and every day I have to say it's on our roadmap. And Brian is you guys. I don't know if he mentioned that he's like a huge hockey guy.
He plays hockey like in the
league.
Yeah,
he's in a league. The guy is all hockey, and we absolutely will have NHL on the app. I cannot give a timeline because they will kill me. We've got
undersell, over deliver.
Exactly. NHL, we want to bring soccer, we want to bring tennis. We have a lot of people about MMA, any type of like the fighting piece of it. All of that is on the table. It's just it's time and money and resources, and doing it right that we're high integrity folks, and so we'll only put out sports that we can win in, and so we got to get the data first, and we have to actually build the models to see kind of where like our modeling falls, and then based on that, we would release things. But all of those sports are on the table. If we could get out any, I mean, we would all. Let me tell you this: the whole Rithmm team would love NHL out like ASAP, but it's not happening ASAP. But it's gonna happen. I promise.
Oh, we love that, and
I can't wait
look how much you guys have leveled up, and not only a fefew years, adding a bunch of sports, and it's just going to continue growing from there. And they got to build the models. That's what you guys love. You guys only put out. You guys only put out success is all I will say, and I think that's absolutely awesome. And and even everything you roll out has just been kind of seamless for the most part, and it's been beautiful. Just even with the parlay optimizer and being able to go directly to the book, and I feel like those got rolled out like right back to back. So yeah, right, and that was great. So I think about how much you guys have been going. I think. Like I said, we're just really excited to see you guys continue to grow, and just appreciate the success that you have provided us and all the knowledge, and thank you for saving my time on downloading a CSV, uploading it to an Excel file, chugging the data, trimming the data, uploading into this on the back end to do this type of code. I don't have to do that anymore thanks to you guys. So I really, really appreciate that.
We've got, well, I mean, we appreciate you guys. Like, finding partners that understand this and can, like, it just, you guys are perfect for us because you get it. And then if any of your listeners in your community, we love feedback, good, bad, or ugly. We love it. Just give it to us. And we just want to get better. And we're in that phase where we can do that, so. Yeah. We'll take the feedback, whatever it is. So just please remember that. And again, thank you all for everything. Thanks for having me. And I'll be back.
We'll see you in March. I was going to say.
Absolutely.
At least March.
At least March. Yeah, we're going to see you back.
Early March for conference. Maybe we can do a little conference tournament preview with your Sycamores. And then we'll hit some NTA tournament stuff. NIT, CBI, CIT.
It's all there. It's all in the app.
It's all there. The crown. Even they could bet on it last year or whatever. They took all the bets away.
Yeah.
Even like one book kept money away from me. Anyway. That's it. I won't go on a rant. But that was We're gonna talk crown. We're gonna talk CBI, whatever. And conference tournaments. My favorite time of the year personally in college basketball, just because these kids are playing for their lives. Not go overseas or go to an enterprise rental car or whatever. They're playing for their lives. I think the major tournaments are the best because then the foul game's going to insist, and they're really really turn it up a notch. But Megan, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Let's have you back for March Madness. Let's talk bracket.
Let's do it, guys. Take care.
Megan, thanks so much. Everyone, a round of applause for Megan Lanham, and a round of applause for Rithmm and all the success that they've had. And let's continue a great partnership, and we're looking forward to, like I said, seeing Rithmm continue to level up day by day.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Awesome stuff there. That was awesome. I was like, Megan, I'm sure we'll talk for like 15, 20 minutes. No, we'll talk for an hour. I love it because that's all that matters. Talking ball. Shout out Megan. That was a great conversation, and got some great content there, and got a few plays. We're going to ride some unders under Northeastern Hofstra, 155, NCA&T, Charleston under as well. I believe why am I blanking that? 152. What was that, Elliot? 155 as well. So 2 155s in a row. And then also Michigan, Penn State under 167. Let's go. All right. And now that we've done our Rithmm episode, we got games to pick. A heavy slate up for grabs here. And believe we got some games ending here. Looks like I missed it when we were talking, but BYU loses outright in Oklahoma State. It's because I didn't bet on Oklahoma State. So, good stuff. BYU loses outright. They failed to cover 7 games in a row. And, so now I'm sitting at 17-10. So but we're good. We're going to have a winning night, another winning night in February. We're going to continue rolling. Don't need the pump fake pod to give you out winners. And I always will tell you, I tweet out when my picks are on there. I said 1:30 Eastern. 1:30 Eastern, they were on there. I need some time today. It was a long night. Not for that, what you are probably thinking, horrible traffic night. So thanks for everybody. Even with the night off, it was to lead up for a great episode today, like we had with Megan, and a great episode of Mid-Major Thursday, Elliot. Albany versus Bryant. Albany's laying a point against Bryant. Over under is 135.5 here. God, these teams stink. Bryant, I think, is one of my least favorite teams to bet on this entire season. Bryant just had a 92-point performance, though, against New Hampshire, going up against an Albany team that's lost 4 straight. They're kind of a team that's going to win 3 in a row, then lose 3 in a row here. I was looking at Bryant's team total under, but they're both around 67. I don't personally love it. I think Albany can go on the road and steal one. I'm going to take Albany to go on the road and steal one from a Bryant team that just put up 92 points.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think I'll be on Albany minus the 1 as well. I'll just take Albany money line. I'm seeing some minus 1.5s out there, but money line I can get it at minus 114. I don't mind taking that money line price. They played earlier. Albany got a 25-point win against Bryant. I just think that they're the better team, so I'm gonna go with my cap here that they're the better team, and we get them coming off of 4 straight losses, whereas Bryant just finally got a win after 3 straight losses. So give me Albany to steal one here on the road.
Let's go, Albany. All right, Vermont laying 7.5 against Maine. Over unders 130.5 here. God, Maine is awful, but Vermont, a team that is normally just an easy cover machine, but then and they could be winning or covering, and then they're going to blow it for the most part. You just can't trust a Vermont lead as of late. Maine at home, a little better. I mean, historically, Maine at home has been a solid team here, but this season is just a bit different, right? I mean, Maine's just they've been just horrible. But one of their strengths, though, is defense. They lost by 5 on the road against Vermont here. I'll take Maine plus the points. Check the picks page, see if I bet it, though.
Yeah, this is one that I'm probably going to stay off of. I'll take Vermont minus the 7.5 off of the loss at home to NJIT. Kind of an embarrassing loss for them. I think that they should bounce back and respond well here. But, we've seen day in and day out here in the America East this year that they're kind of not who they have been in the past. I mean, I think besides their first game in the America East, beat New Hampshire by 19, all the other games have been single digits, home or away. They've already dropped 2 games already, which is kind of unheard of, especially 1 game at home, which you don't really see them dropping any in Patrick Gymnasium for the most part there in America East play. But I'll lay it with Vermont. Probably going to be a no bet for me. I just don't feel confident in laying a number like this on the road with them this year, even at home too.
Yeah. Well, I have to bet it now. My dog just came down and barked, and he's bitching at me to go outside and let him out to go potty real quick. So I will take Maine, but I will wait to bet Maine. I think this number is going to continue to climb as people will pour in money on Vermont naturally. UMBC laying 12.5. Fuck out of here. Binghamton plus 12.5. No bet. I'm going to take my dog out real quick, Elliot. You can take the next slide. I'm sure you won't be talking about this game for too long.
No, yeah, you're good. I was going to look into it a little bit. UMBC, they beat Binghamton on the road already by 18 earlier on this year. Now you got them fresh off of a 3-point win on the road against Albany, back at home after 2 straight away games. Now we get, Binghamton. They had lost 7 in a row to open up America East play. Finally beat Bryant at home last Thursday. So now we got a week off after their first win in conference play. Going on the road, I'll lay it with UMBC. No bet for me. Not real confident in this game. The America East I've kind of been staying away from for the most part for some reason. Don't know if I just haven't been able to get a good read on it or whatnot, but I will stay away here. And if anything, I would maybe look at the over 138.5 if I was going to look at betting something. Seeing this line maybe coming down to 11.5 now, so it looks. So if you wanted to be on Binghamton, maybe bet it now, as it looks like it's coming down a little bit. And then the game that we were just talking about with Megan before she stepped out, Penn State heading in to Michigan. Michigan lane 25.5, over unders 163.5, seeing some 164s as well. Was trying to look at the sports books to see if there was any difference. Yeah, well, I'm seeing a few 164s, but seemingly 163.5s across the board. I'm gonna be riding the under here, 163.5, 164.5, kind of what I was telling Megan. Her model liked the under, and then Michigan's kind of in this classic sandwich spot where they just got the great road win against Michigan State on the road by 12. Then you got a little look ahead spot to Ohio State on Sunday. So classic little sandwich spot here. Probably don't see them get up very well here. And as Huff said, even if they do put up 100, can Penn State score in the 60s? We'll see. But yeah, so I will be on the under 163.5 is what I'm seeing. And that'll be a bet for me. I would take the points with Penn State, just on the fact that we get a little bit of a letdown spot here for Michigan. But I feel a lot more confident in the under 163.5 than taking points or laying points.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride the under 164.5. Already did. So there we go. Campbell's laying 4.5 against Drexel. Over unders 143.5 here. God, I don't know, man. Campbell, they have such bad defense. It's what I worry about this Campbell team, and I don't know if Drexel's gonna be able to keep up, but I actually do think that they could potentially keep up. Drexel has somewhat stepped it up offensively at times when needed. They're pretty good from three as well. They haven't played Campbell. Campbell very bad at defending the three. I think Drexel could step it up, and Drexel does well around the perimeter on defense. I will take Drexel on the road plus the points. I cannot believe I'm betting this Drexel team, but I am going to bet them on the road. Feels like a 74-70 game.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Campbell. I've got an addiction to laying it here with Campbell, but they've lost their last two out at home. Lost those by double digits actually. Drexel has been playing good though. Man. Yeah, I'm going to lay it with Campbell. Probably going to lay off of a bet here though. But yeah, I feel like Campbell should be able to respond here off of I know they got they did just get the big win against William and Mary though. Damn.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm taking Drexel. I bet Drexel.
Give me Drexel plus the 4.5. But no, give me Campbell minus 4.5. No bet though. Knife to a gunfight.
All right. And everyone, Trevor tweeted "be there" or "be square" tonight for tonight's episode. Just look at this, everybody. I know it's backwards, but if you go to Stooley Picks, he said "be there" or "be square" on our promo tweet. Tonight we are live at 10:30 Eastern, joined by Rithmm AI CEO Megan Lam. We're looking forward to discussing Rithmm, college basketball, more. You don't want to miss this. He said "be there" or "be square."
Everybody reply on that and just reply with the black square emoji.
Yes. Everyone reply to Stooley Picks tweet square. He's a square, basically. I'm going to get on Pump Fake Pod's Twitter and do that. Be like, come on. Dude is cashed out. Stony Brook's playing 3.5 against Monmouth. Over-unders 133.5. I like Stony Brook plus the points more versus taking them on the road. Laying points with Stony Brook. I've been betting on Stony Brook. I got them outright last game plus money. I just don't like them laying points. I'll lay it, no bet.
Yeah, I'll take Monmouth actually. I like this Monmouth team. They've been playing pretty well. Even have shown that they can get some wins on the road and be competitive on the road. I'll take them plus the 3.5 and see if they can pull a small little upset, get it done outright. But I think this game comes down to the wire. Hopefully I can fall on the right side of a hook one of these times. But Stony Brook, fresh off of 5 straight wins. Now they're coming home after 3 in a row on the road. I think we can maybe see just a tad bit of a letdown spot where they're just like, oh, I'm glad I'm home, sigh of relief. And then Monmouth can kind of step up and this can be a competitive game. So give me Monmouth plus the 3.5.
Sacred Heart's laying a point against Fairfield. Over under is 154.5 here. Yeah, Sacred Heart, man. They've been kind of stepping up and rolling as of late. Book's finally respecting them somewhat, giving them the laydown. But I think I will. I think Sacred Heart at home, laying a point. I'm not buying into this Fairfield team, especially a Fairfield team on the road. They blew their game against Quinnipiac at home. Last outing against Iona on the road was a win. Outside of that, it's looked pretty abysmal for the most part. They have not played yet this season, so this will be the only time – no, not the only time they play, but they will step it up. Sacred Heart, best three-point shooting team in their conference. I think it gets it done. They're going to win tomorrow. Sacred Heart, money line.
Yeah, shout out Dusty Bottoms all the way in Lisbon, Portugal, I believe.
Dude's in Lisbon, Portugal. It's like, what, 3:30 there right now? Let's go.
Yeah. And so he's tuning in, and damn it, he can't even Trev can't even get on the show. And he's been tuning in clear across the dang pond.
Hey, I get it. Sleep is cool and all, but come on. College baseball next Friday. Let's go. We got 13 games in college lacrosse Friday. My picks will be in the Thursday night show's comments. Let's go. Tail Virgil's plays. You've been printing money on college lacrosse. Let's go.
I was just out there, yakking up in the toilet and sleeping for 16 hours, but somehow I'm here.
Well, yeah, I mean, and me too. I came on sick last week. I mean, hey, I've left the function early to do a Friday night podcast. You know I've done that, Elliot. So got to do it.
Yeah, I'm on Sacred Heart money line as well. Bet it.
Let's go. Sacred Heart. Sorry, Lemoyne laying 2.5 against Wagner. This line stinks. Lemoyne's way better. I'll lay it with Lemoyne. No bet. This line does stink though because I mean, Wagner's got to be due. But who don't put your hard-earned money on Wagner, especially with how Lemoyne's been playing. I know that they've dropped 2 in a row, but outside of that, before then, 6-2 in conference play. Now 6-4. You get a Lemoyne team that could be really feisty on offense. Get to the line a ton. Wagner's terrible. I'm not betting Wagner, but they did have an overtime win. Wagner doesn't. I don't know. Give me Lemoyne, no bet.
Yeah, I'll take Lemoyne, no bet as well. Don't really want to pull the trigger here in the NEC for this game. Lemoyne is off of the 20-point loss to LIU and the freaking double-digit loss at home to Stonehill. So, maybe we're getting them at a little bit of a buy low spot, and that's why the line's a little stinky, just off of losing 2 straight by double digits. But last time out they played Wagner, only won by 2. And that was at home. So I don't know. Yeah, give me Lemoyne minus the points, but no bet for me.
And shout out. We missed this earlier. Sorry about that. Shout out Puzzo. Mick Cronin is the best coach ever. A good win. I laid it. No bet. And another donation, Mick Cronin is running for the NCAA Coach of the Year. NCAA Coach of the Year of crying and moaning, if anything. Congratulations, Mick Cronin. You are a major bitch. Sienna's laying 7.5 against Iona. Over-unders 140.5. Is Iona broken?
I think so, man.
They let the cash get to their head? Touch money. Touch money.
I don't know, man.
I know you love that saying, probably, Mr. Money over there. Touch money that Kentucky did, but God, that is evident what's wrong with college basketball. You know me, man. They're on a mission to get Jerry Mack out of Siena to Syracuse. And Siena lost to Iona by 3 on the road, 75-72 last time out. I think Siena is going to fuck up Iona personally. Siena's defense, solid on all fronts, really can hold teams down and do a great job of not fouling teams as well. And I think we see in a revenge angle here. I see 7.5 on FanDuel. I'm going to take that. I was looking at Iona's team total, but it's only 66.5. I'm going to stay off. I think Siena does hold Iona below that total, but a little too low for me to rip the under. I think Siena can get close to the high 70s and maybe even 80 and dominate here and win like 80-68 or 78-66, 78-65, something like that. They win by like 12-13. I'll lay it with Siena minus 7.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay it with Siena here. I think that they get the revenge spot, bounce back after losing to Iona on the road. Iona then I thought was gonna be a very good team. I know they had dropped a few games that lost to Quinnipiac and Mount St. Mary's before beating Siena. But man, they haven't been right. Something's wrong with them. They're broken. Even when they do win, for the most part, they really kind of survive on some of these games when they take up play a step up in competition. Really seems to not be able to get the job done. Playing Marist 83-38 on the road. Ouch. But yeah, I think I'll lay it with Jerry Mack and Siena. They'll be able to take care of business, win this by 10. So give me Siena minus the points. This will be a bet for me.
Let's go Siena. The boys like Siena. And then Austin, thanks, man. Glad you guys are back tonight. Wasn't as confident without your takes last night. Let's go. Yeah, you like to hear the spread. I love it. But we always will post our picks. We never really miss an episode. Like at least 2 of us are always going. So last night Elliot was sick. I was stuck. Trevor was would have been doing a solo mission for 60-something games. No need for that. But we always will post our picks on the pick sheet in the comments. I had my picks up early by 1:30 today, not as early as normal. But it was a late start for me and then a late night last night with travel. So, yes. We'll always have our picks in there no matter what on that Excel sheet. And right now, looks like Pacific blows it in the second half, will not cover against Santa Clara, your boys at Santa Clara over there, Elliot. They lose 71-56. Pacific just no-showed offensively pretty much the entire game. So 17-11 currently now. I got Stanford plus 3.5 here. So that's a close one. We'll see if we can get that one across the line. I got New Mexico money line. Doesn't look great, but it's a close game. We got the Pitt battling back, and I also have Washington plus 2.5 as well too. And we were talking about the over on that play on the MEAC. I didn't take it, but we were talking about that over from Iowa Washington. I think it was set in the 140s. It is now the live over is at 166.5, 48-41.5. So shout out Rithmm, already getting it done. Almost for us, pretty much. Let's go. Merrimack's laying 3.5 against the Mount. Over-unders 135.5. The Mount is better at home. They keep it close. I just think Merrimack's the best team in their conference right now. I'll take the Mount, no bet.
Yeah. I'll take Merrimack minus the 3.5. I'll bet it too. I think that they're, the best team in the MAAC, or one of the best teams. I think them and Siena, obviously St. Peter's and Marist are good as well. Don't forget about Quinnipiac. But I think they need to take care of business here on the road. I'll take Merrimack. I know they've played together or played against each other once already, with Merrimack winning by 10. But I just really haven't been super impressed with the Mount here when they've taken steps up in competition. Siena at home lost by 17. Quinnipiac at home lost by 15. So I think, Merrimack, another team that's a solid team there in the MAAC, that's going to be able to get it done on the road. So give me Merrimack minus the 3.5, and I will bet it.
All right. Knife to a gunfight for me. Best of luck to you. Mercer laying 5 against Chattanooga. Oh, Chattanooga catch this number. They just covered. I hate this Chattanooga team, and I know this line does stink though. I'd expect Mercer even to be laying a little bit more. I see 4.5 available as well on Caesars, so it looks like it's going down. People are betting on Chattanooga. I get it. Chattanooga at home catching points. It all sounds great and dandy, but Chattanooga, They can run into some issues with this Mercer offense that's just been absolutely rolling. Mercer hasn't seen Chattanooga yet this season as well. And Mercer's team totals, they've hit 4 out of the last 5 games. It's been absolutely solid. I'm going to continue riding this team total over. I'm going to take Mercer's over 79.5 on BetMGM. I'm going to take that right now. I think they definitely are in the 80s here. I don't even mind a full game over. I think Chattanooga could step up and compete offensively. We just see them go on a lot of droughts. Defensively, they run into some issues. I want to lay it with Mercer, but I'm going to take their team total over. It's already jumped to 80.5 for me now. I will take it. Mercer over 80.5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'll tell you on this one. I'll tell the over 80.5 here. You look. Only time, I mean, their last loss was Wofford on the road, put up 77. And then before then, hadn't hit this number since January. Since VMI only put up 77, and then 71 against East Tennessee State. I think that they score a lot here. I think that they're in the 80s. I know that Chattanooga at times can play a little slower tempo, which could possibly, not allow this to hit. But I just don't think. I think Mercer's going to be able to put up a lot of points, how they typically are. So yeah, I'll back you here. We'll take the team total over 80.5 with Mercer.
Let's go, brother. UMass Lowell versus my body's saying technology. She want it. I want to give it to you. NJIT laying a point. NJIT, best offense in the American East right now. They've stepped it up. They're 6-2 in conference play. They beat Lowell by 9 on the road. This line does stink, but I'm going to dive into the stink. Lowell just scored 91 at home against UMass Lowell. The last time they scored
Lowell scored 91 against UMass Lowell.
Lowell scored 91.
They scored 91 against themselves.
Lowell scored 91 against Maine on the at home at Lowell. I meant sorry. And then the last time they were out, where they scored above 80 points, they have gone under every time. So I think they've taken a major step back, and we're going to see some regression here as well after putting up that many points in Maine. I'm taking NJIT at home. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll take Lowell here. No bet.
Technology.
I just think NJIT off of the big win on the road against Vermont. Now they get a UMass Lowell team who is inferior. Now they're playing them at home after they've already beat them once on the road by 9. Gave UMass Lowell their first loss. Give me Lowell. Are you betting NJIT?
I just bet NJIT on the money line.
All right, I'll battle. I'll take them low on the money line.
Let's go. Yes, let's go, Stanford. I got them plus 3.5. We need Stanford. We would be 18-11 with that, with 2 bets left. We'll be sitting pretty, fire ass night. No pump fake last night. Put the picks on the sheet. Fire though. Worst game on the board tomorrow. Cincinnati's laying 5.5 against West Virginia. Over unders 127.5 here. There may not be 127 points scored. I'm talking low 60s here. Both teams putrid on offense, defensively, great teams. We're getting Cincinnati off of a bad Houston loss, 76-54. I'm going to go back to the old well here of fading a team off of playing Houston. I'm going to take West Virginia plus the points. I could be talked into a bet. I just don't see this game being a high-scoring game where I think that it's going to be close regardless. But I haven't. I mean, God, I bet NJT with confidence, so that goes to tell you anything. But West Virginia, I'll take them plus the points. I could be talked into a bet.
Yeah, West Virginia beat Cincinnati on the road by 2 in their first matchup. That was 62-60, so like you said, low 60s type of a game. I kind of want to take a gross over here. 127.5 seems fairly low. West Virginia, they're off of the stinker game where they've scored what? They scored 59 against K-State in the win, and then they scored 53 against Baylor in the loss. Now they go on the road, should be a better Cincinnati defense. I'll take West Virginia plus the 5.5. I think it is too many points, and I don't really want to. It's the day of the under tomorrow, so I'm gonna stay away from the gross over. I'll take West Virginia plus the 5.5. I think we see a rock fight here. So getting two possessions, we'll do it. Yeah, sure. I'll bet it with you.
I'll bet it. Let's go. Okay. We sound things out here. Let me sound out this one for you. Fuck off. West Georgia laying 6.5 against North Florida. These teams are ass. Give me the over. No bet. Defensively, terrible teams. I can't lay that many points with West Georgia. But laying points against North Florida is a very profitable model this season. No bet. Give me the over.
Yeah, it is. West Georgia beat North Florida by 12 at home, but other than the last time after beating them by 12 at home, they opened up. That was 3-0 to start ASUN play, and since then they are 1-6. So they've kind of been spiraling here as of late. I don't want to lay this many points. Yeah, give me the over with you. We'll ride it. No bet though.
Yeah, 5th no bet for me of the night, by the way, just so you know. And shout out our guy Crutch over there. Let's freaking go. He's crunching around there. Let's go. Where we got this? There we go.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
With all due respect, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that.
The Bernie Blunt the third song. I forgot about that. Oh man, we're gonna have to. Trevor made some AI rap song with Bernie Blunt, but he's an idiot because it's Bernie Blunt the fourth, not the third. Wait, no, it is the third. I'm an idiot. Fuck.
Oh, he's such an idiot. He kicked himself off the stage. So we can move on while we get him back. That was classic. We got Stonehill heading into Fairleigh Dickinson. Oh, there he is. You are an idiot.
Yeah, I did. I hit the backspace button on the browser. So, yeah, that was idiotic. This game is idiotic as well. Stonehill plus the points off Fairleigh Dickinson's overtime. No bet.
Yes. So I was just looking.
6 no bet of the day for tomorrow. I'm
Man,
here to tell you right now, we don't care.
yeah. No. Like when you look at these games here in the NEC and they're always super close, 127.5. I like that Stonehill logo that I found though. I will say that. But give me Fairleigh Dickinson on the money line, no bet. We won't waste time on this one.
We need people to tweet at Stooley Picks a square button. No one's done it yet.
Gross over too.
We need you to hit that square button on Stooley Picks.
Maybe I do gross overs on the 127.5s. Both those were at 127.5. West Virginia, Cincy, Stonehill, Fairleigh Dickinson. I'm thinking about it. Check the page.
Megan said it best. They got bets and everything, and I think. But when you know the game, it's good to like kind of weigh both options of the gut feeling versus that, and then versus someone that's just going on blindly and maybe betting all the smart signals and whatnot. St. Peter's is laying 4.5 against Manhattan. Over-unders 146.5. Give me the under here. I'm out of it. There's no way. I know Manhattan's defense is pretty putrid, but St. Peter's can really step it up. And Manhattan's already got a bad offense. Bad offense plus good defense equals little to no points for Manhattan. They have not played yet this season as well. I think we're seeing a lot of first-time matchups on this Thursday night of conference slate. I know it's a home game for Manhattan, but that doesn't matter. Who's going to Dratty Gymnasium? Give me the under 146.5. This game is in the low 70s, high 60s. I think we see this end around 136 to 138.
Yeah, I like the under here as well. I just think that St. Peter's is going to be able to play at their pace defensively. They're going to be able to lock up Manhattan. I might look at St. Peter's kind of on a little money line parlay piece rather than just laying the 4.5, laying multiple possessions on the road. I'm just not super impressed with this Manhattan team though, so I probably end up just taking St. Peter's on the money line, parlaying it. I wouldn't mind just laying the 4.5 either, but I do think the under 146.5 is pretty live as well. Check the picks page to kind of see that I've got a couple multiple angles that I might attack on this game, depending on what else I can find for a little money line parlay piece.
God, just banger after banger here on this middle one. Stetson versus Bellarmine. Bellarmine's laying 5.5. You know what we got to do. We got to bet our darlings. Other low-key darling. Stetson plus 5.5. Bellarmine, they can't lay that many points. I think we see a good amount of points this game and an over for sure. As Bellarmine's kind of been an over type of team, but defensively, Bellarmine is awful. Stetson at least can defend the three pretty well. I think they go into Louisville and keep this one semi-close. I'm not saying Stetson's a great team, but they can keep it close. I'll take Stetson plus 5.5.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I don't know if it's just because I love the logo so much is why I bet on Stetson a lot. But I know that they dropped that last game that they were favored on Saturday against North Alabama, but before then they were kind of on a covering spree, really, covering against West Georgia, Queens on the road, Queens at home, Lipscomb on the road, Austin P on the road. So they've been playing, better ball here as of late, both offensively and defensively. So I think, against the Bellarmine, like you said, a team that really can't stop anyone. And I'm going to be able to take the 5.5 with a team that really can't stop a nosebleed. Give me Stetson plus the 5.5. We'll bet it.
Let's go. Hatters. We're Mad Hatton. Northeastern versus Hofstra. You know it. Under 155.5. I think we got 155.5. We're taking the under with Megan there. I think we see Hofstra step it up defensively. I know Northeastern, not the best defensive team, but Hofstra's going to be able to clamp this down total-wise. Another team that hasn't played each other yet this season. I think Hofstra is due for a bounce back. They do a great job of holding teams down, even against fast-paced teams. I don't think Northeastern's a commanding offense like a Elon and William and Mary as well. So I think this under is perfect. Let me under 155.5. So,
Yep. I'm good with that cap. I think Hofstra definitely gonna be able to slow it down against the Northeastern team who does like to speed it up. But like you said, I think that their defense is gonna really be able to clamp here and shut down Northeastern. So if they can hold Northeastern to the in the like mid 60s 70, I think we see like a 81-69 type of a final, something like that, where we hit this like 150 and we kind of get under a little bit. So but yeah, I'll ride that under 155.5.
Let's go. Yeah, we did say something about with our Rithmm CEO Megan about Minnesota beating Sparty. Yeah, unbelievable. Another court storm for Minnesota there. UNC Wilmington laying 4.5 against William and Mary. William and Mary over under is with UNC Wilmington is 158.5 here. I love both these teams. Fuck, I love both these teams. They're like my favorite. I love CAA play. William and Mary beat UNC Wilmington at home. William and Mary's now lost 2 in a row. I think they've just been a lot of problems defensively. We saw UNC Wilmington just play a tough game against Towson. They scored 82 points, win 82-73. William and Mary, they're gonna try to force and run it. William and Mary's going to step it up, run up tempo. I think it worked for them last game, and they got lucky with how UNC Wilmington was playing. I don't think that they're going to be able to do that on the road. I'll take UNC Wilmington and lay it at home. I think Wilmington shows why they're the supreme team in the CAA, and William and Mary takes another step back where they're on a massive run. It's like that green and yellow. Like George Mason and William and Mary, when people start talking about them, like, oh, they're winning games, they start losing. I think we're going to see that 3 in a row for William and Mary, and Wilmington covers this game. Let's go UNC Wilmington.
Yep, I'll be in the Skyhawks here as well. I like betting this Wilmington team. Now we get them at home, laying a respectable short-ish number, -4.5, against the team that they lost to by 7 on the road in William and Mary. I think you're right. William and Mary's defensive struggles are kind of showing themselves here as of late. Losers of 2 straight. I think they lose 3 straight. I think UNC Wilmington covers tomorrow. Wouldn't mind taking the over 158.5 either, but I feel more comfortable just laying it with Wilmington. So lock up -4.5 on the Skyhawks.
Yeah, and Jeremy Fears Jr., yes, he was from La Lumiere as well, too, up there in LaPorte, Indiana. La Lumiere, great basketball. Always. But yeah, Fears, what is he, sophomore or junior? Junior guard. Fears Jr. got called out, said he needs to grow up. Shit, he was born in 2005. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even freaking. He doesn't know. 2005. It was like John Cena started winning in WWE then. He had Katrina. He wasn't even alive for Katrina. Crazy. 05. Unbelievable. I'm old as shit. Speaking of old as shit, laying it with Queens, -8.5 against Jacksonville. Over-unders 146.5. This Queens team has been rocking, and then they go on a scoring drought as well too. Queens have lost 3 straight. They got to be due. I'll lay it, no bet though. I don't want to put my hard-earned money to find out.
Yeah, this line kind of is a little weird to me. I know it seems like a lot of points, but man, 26. They beat Jacksonville by 26 first time out on the road. Now we're getting them off of 3 straight losses, including West Georgia and Bellarmine. This has got to be a get-right spot for Queens. Give me Queens minus the 8.5. Fringe potential bet. I will maybe I'll probably be on this, but yeah, check the picks page. More than likely we'll bet Queens minus 8.5.
Better man than me. I'm probably not betting it. Shout out Crit. Thanks for tuning in. Never mind they covered. I see the Flatbush Zombies album logo there too. I think that was, I can't remember what album it's called, but it was 2018, 2017, something like that. Stanford covered. Yes, they did. 18-11. 18-11 with two more bets. I got New Mexico and Washington plus 2.5. So let's try to get a sweep here. 20 to end the night. 20-11 will be very nice, and I think that's a bid to the NCAA tournament with that record as well. If we go 19-12, we're happy with it. 18-13, we're in the NIT. 19-12, we're going to Dayton, baby. So let's fucking go. Great day for me. And shout out Coach back in the green after a trip to Red Town this week. Let's go back in the green. Coach, he called me on Instagram audio last night. He's like, where the hell are you guys? I did not answer. I missed it. I just saw that this morning. Shout out Coach. Check it in. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Flatbush. Yeah. Palm trees back in the day. Freaking Mirage or whatever. That song's great. Laker Paper. So good. Charleston, NCA&T. Charleston's laying 10.5. Over under 155.5. We already took the under 155.5. Similar cap to Penn State, Michigan. High-scoring team against a bad team that needs to try to slow you down. I don't think they're going to be able to have enough firepower. They're going to take the under 155.5.
Yep, I'll echo that. And then going back to that Queens, I'm going to actually take Queens money line and St. Peter's money line. Should be around right about plus 100 even money there. So that'll be kind of a bet for me. Lay off the bigger spread with Queens and then pair that with a St. Peter's team that I think is going to be able to get it done on the road against Manhattan. So I'll take that. And then pivoting over to this game, I will tell you and Megan here on this another daily under. We'll go under 155.5 with eight NCA&T and Charleston. I think NCA&T, they've shown that they can really play games at tempo, potentially, and now we're getting this 155. Hopefully we can just see them, both teams be under 80. If we can get even a 79-65 type of a game, something like that, will come through with some ease here. And I think, NCA&T can sometimes struggle to score the ball as well. We've seen it in some blowout games, particularly like Hampton on the road, only putting up 61 points. I love the under here, and we'll tail Megan's to model systems, and all systems a go tomorrow.
Let's go. All systems go. Elon laying a point. This line stinks. Elon's laying a point against Hampton. Over-under's 141.5 here. Hampton's going to win tomorrow. I love this Elon team with Billy Taylor, but I'm going to fall for it. I'm going to take Hampton at home. I think the over-under is a little bit telling with the total here. I think Hampton could step it up defensively, really try to slow down Elon's up-tempo, kind of motion-style offense. And Elon's lost 3 of the last 4. So showing that they can kind of give an inch a little bit. I love this Elon team. It's tough for me to fade them, but I think the spot's telling, and I'm going to jump into that spot and go with the spot over the better team, especially a better team that's been slumping as of late. Let's go Hampton.
Does the over seem a little bit stinky as well, like a little low?
That's what I meant. That's why I like Hampton. I think it's sticking that Hampton's kind of style of play could disrupt Elon's up tempo, behavior. What they're saying, Elon can't score 70 points. Really?
I know that's what I'm saying. I mean, last time out they didn't score 70. They lost to Stony Brook by 4 at home. I was possibly gonna maybe dive into it here, but I think Hampton might be the right side here. Better defensive team, slow pace. You've got this total sitting at 140. I think if this was high 140s at 150, you'd tend to maybe lean towards Elon, just kind of outrunning them here and putting up some points. But if they're going to see kind of a slugfest type of a game, I'll go with Hampton. I'll back the Pirates here. I'll take them on the money line. we can bet it. Also, could possibly look at a gross over here as well. I mean, Elon, they really can't stop anybody on defense. So Hampton at home should be able to, be respectable and put up some points. Both teams should probably be in the 70s. I could see this game ending like 75, 71, something like that, to where we hit the over as well. But yeah, let's read the Pirates at home.
Let's go. Arg. We're going to beat the Phoenix, that little Phoenix. Phoenix. You got Chicago State versus Central Connecticut State. Central Con laying 9.5 against Chi State. Oh, Central Connecticut State. They are fucking hilarious. They were fighting for the first 2 minutes against Chicago State here, or against Quinnipiac last game out, or LIU last game out. Sorry, on national TV. Chicago State off of a win. Just don't love laying that many points with Central Connecticut State. I'm not going to overthink it. Chicago State's terrible. Come on, Central Connecticut State. Bounce back. I'm going to lay it with them.
Yep. I'm right there with you. I'm going to lay it here with Central Connecticut State. They've really hurt me here as of late. Backing them, just taking actually even on the money line. I think I've taken them on the money line in a little money line parlay against Stonehill, and I think against Fairleigh Dickinson at home, and both of those didn't come through. Now they're off of that 21-point loss to LIU at home. I think that they bounce back and get a win against the worst team here in the NEC in Chicago State. Always good to fade the team off for their first conference win as well. So yeah, give me Central Connecticut State. I'll lay it. They win by double digits, and I will bet it. Gross, but I will. And then we got St. Francis heading into Mercyhurst. Shout out to that logo. That logo's dope. When I found that earlier, I thought that was pretty sick. But Mercyhurst lane 8.5. These teams have not played each other yet. Mercyhurst off of that loss to Chicago State. Before then, they had won 4 in a row. St. Francis, they've kind of, who knows what to expect with them. I don't want to bet this game. This will be a no bet for me. Seems like a lot of points. I'll lay it with Mercyhurst. No, I'll take the points. I'll take St. Francis plus the 8.5, but no bet for me on this one. And then quick little score check on that. You got anything on this one, Huff?
Oh, yeah. Bernie Blunt the third, baby. Welcome to the Pump Fake Pod. He's a fan of the program. Lay it, 8.5. He's not a fan of the program. Not trying to get him in trouble. He doesn't even know what our podcast is, but he's open. He's a good homie. He's a good friend. He's a friend. Bernie Blunt, lay it, roll it, smoke it.
No line in this one when we went live. Anybody have a line yet? I can look this up.
Lay it, no bet.
Whoa.
It's going to be like 10.5, I bet. 9.5.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, it's Long Island. It's New Haven.
9.5.
I'm sharp.
9.5.
No bet. Lay it.
Over under 150.5.
No bet. Lay it.
I will take the under 150.5.
Burning blunts forever. Let's go. It's not LIU, SoCon, or Lemoyne. I can't really get down with NEC bets. I get it. Quinnipiac's laying 13.5 against Canisius. Over-unders 144.5 here. I saw some in the comments. I think they said, it's just Canisius, you dick. It's not Canisius. Well, guess what? I'm a fan of Canisius, not Canisius. They haven't seen Quinnipiac yet this season. Canisius, who was 3-2, now 3-10. Oh, how January took a major turn. Started out from January 2nd to Jan 9th, 3-2, 3 straight wins in conference play. Now have lost 8 straight games since January 11th. How that turned. Back to the Canisius we love. Quinnipiac's defense, absolutely juggernaut. You know what? They had a good road win. Looking at this real quick. We've been riding the unders today. Yeah, I'm going to take Canisius team total under 64.5. I know that it's low, but I don't care. I think Quinnipiac steps it up defensively. They've been holding teams outside of their Sacred Heart game and their random games where they score 90 points. But in these kind of 70s styles games, they're going to clamp the other team to below 65 points. I think that this number is spot on. I'm going to take Canisius team total under 64.5 against Quinnipiac. They lose by like 12.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it here with Quinnipiac minus 13.5, but no bet for me. Too big of a number. I know it's they're at home in the Aqueduct, but I don't know. I just don't feel confident in laying it and laying this big of a number with Quinnipiac. So I'll lay it, no bet.
Canisius is Aeneas, yes. Anus. Florida Gulf Coast versus Eastern Kentucky. Almost out of the 7 Eastern slates. My God, how many 7 o'clock games are there tonight? And 7:30 Eastern games there were tonight. I mean, oh my gosh, trying to comb through all those today. But a good amount now. They got Eastern Kentucky versus FGCU. Boy, I normally love both of these teams historically. But this season, it's a different story. Can't really stand them. FGCU off 2 wins in a row, so they've kind of stepped it up. I mean, Eastern Kentucky is just awful offensively. Major issues. But it's a weird travel spot for Florida Gulf Coast, who's just only coming from Jacksonville. So it's not like they've been on the road. I'm going to take Eastern Kentucky in one of our favorite gyms as well in the mid-major slate. I'll take the Eastern Kentucky. They catching a point. I'm trying to see if I can find it anywhere else. Nope, they're laying a point. I'll take the money line, Eastern Kentucky. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll take the over here. I've kind of been blind betting these overs with Eastern Kentucky on how bad their defense is and how quick they give up possessions on the defensive side of the ball, and then how their offense is fairly good. Especially at home, they can kind of shoot it at a pretty high clip. Florida Gulf Coast, on the other hand, really struggles to defend the 3. So the fact that we've got 2 teams that struggle to defend the 3 with teams that do like to shoot the 3, I think is going to be a reason for a lot of points. The last times out, we've seen 158 against Bellarmine, 172 against North Florida, 157 against Jacksonville, 172 against Austin P, 171 against Central Arkansas. So all these are kind of flying over this 153 number. This will be the first time that they play. I think we see another game played in the 80s here. I like Eastern Kentucky on the money line, but I love the over a little bit better. I'm seeing 154.5. I'll take that over 154.5. Had to put a 1 over after having about 3 or 4 unders. So.
Oh, Marist is laying 15.5 against Ryder. Over unders 136.5. I mean, Ryder is probably due to shit the bed here. They just had a win against St. Peter's. 2-10 in conference play. Last time against Marist, they lost by 21 at home. I'll lay it with Marist, but no bet. This line kind of reeks to me. It's too easy, right? Too easy for how bad Ryder is. But sometimes those too easy ones never work out. But I'll lay it with Marist minus 15.5. No bet. Out of the 7 o'clock Eastern slate. Let's go.
Not so fast. Pulling up something real quick for you. In this game, actually. Da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
Give me a second.
Elliot's he's a hummer. He likes to hum. I can see Elliot just kind of like walking around the office a little bit, just like kind of like, a little humming a tune maybe. Kinda. Am I spot on by that, Elliot? I find myself singing a lot in my work from home office.
I'm trying to think. I don't really know what I do, to be honest.
Come on. The Washington and Iowa team live over is 172.5, by the way.
Easy money.
I think 141's good, I think. Hope.
You think over 141.5 might be good?
Yeah, what? Because it's they're at 130. They're at 130. 130 right now with 9 to go. Need 12 more points in the game.
All right.
Megan already in Rithmm already giving us a great play to start off the episode. Hopefully you got in on that live. Looks like degenerate ringer took his own way. He's like, I'm gonna do it my way. I like the over 2, but let's do it my way. Come on, Washington. 12 more points for our guy.
Whatever. All right. I'm just going to pull it up. I'm just going to freaking do this. So anyway, shout out to Crutch for this knowledge. But so was trying to pull up the picture of it. But Marist is wearing black uniforms for the first time in 50 years tomorrow. They explicitly banned any black on their uniforms and in swag for the whole Marist College for the longest time. Everything had to be red, white, light gray. But they're bringing it back. Blackout night tomorrow. First time in 50 years. Definitely going to be a jersey bet for me. I'm going to lay it with Marist. I think they roll here, especially now that we've got this news of Marist coming in. And I was going to, let's see here.
The Marist 87s is what they call it. As Marist men's basketball makes its final push for their first NCAA tournament appearance in 38 years, they'll do so in familiar threads. On Monday, revealed throwback unis that will be worn in at least 2 games this season. Wait, no, that's not it. Those are throwback uniforms. I'm looking at something else. Damn it.
Here we go. The blackout unis. So this will be a good little jersey bet for me. I'm sure Trevor will be on this when he watches the replay. But shout out to Marist. First time in 50 plus years allowing black on any of their uniforms. So nice little fun angle here. A little jersey bet. Give me Marist minus 15.5, and Ryder sucks. So Marist should smoke them.
All right, I'll bet it. Ryder sucks. I'll bet it. I can't not take that game now. Off the no black jerseys. Like, hell no. They're like, we're out of here. We're doing the black jerseys. Let's go. Let's go, Marist. And there'll be more than 3 fans there. Or 5 fans. Oh, I hate both these teams. Abilene Christian versus Utah Valley. Utah Valley's laying 13.5 against Abilene. Over-under is 146.5 here. Abilene is just atrocious. Something's happened to that locker room and Brett Tanner's team. I mean, 2-1 to start off league play. They beat Utah Valley by 17 at home. Ever since then, they've shit the bed. Now 2-6 in conference play. Have gone on massive droughts and bad games or runs. Now they're going into Utah Valley within a revenge angle. I'll lay it with Valley. This one I won't bet. Utah Valley, no bets. I will take the other big spread with Marist, but not this one. Abilene is terrible, though. They've hit rock bottom, but maybe they're due to get back up and roll with the punches, but they've been getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, I'll take Utah Valley here as well. Haven't decided whether I was gonna just look up the team total for Abilene Christian. Might end up just taking the team total under there instead of the full game minus 13.5. But I think I'll just end up just laying it here with Utah Valley at home. Abilene Christian 66.5 is their team total. Just give me Utah Valley minus 13.5, especially after losing that game by 17 to Abilene earlier on in the season. They remember that. They smoke them here at home. 20-point victory coming.
Denver versus North Dakota State. North Dakota State is laying 11.5 here against Denver. Yeah, Denver. What is that? That looks like a old 80s like fast food logo there, old 70s fast food logo there for the Pioneers. Come on down to the Pioneer Shop. Denver is atrocious. They played a tough one against North Dakota State in Denver. I just don't trust them against the North Dakota State team, especially in Fargo. We just haven't seen North Dakota State really blow teams out outside of Oral Roberts, though. I guess Kansas City on the road. Too many points. Denver backdoors this somehow, but they're terrible. I'll bet it. I don't know if you guys should. Denver's terrible, but it just seems like a lot of points. North Dakota State wins 88-80 or like 78-70.
Yeah, I'll take the points here, but I am going to lay off of this one. Denver plus 11.5, no bet for me. Like you said, North Dakota State, they seemingly play in a lot of close games. But I don't feel confident in betting money on this Denver team. So plus 11.5, no bet for me.
Let's go. Oh, Lindenwood, Little Rock. Looks like Elliot got UALR's. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anywho, this game stinks. No, it doesn't. Lindenwood, great team. They shit the bed against SIU Edwardsville at home. SIU Edwardsville gets it done. Lindenwood already lost to Little Rock. I'll take Lindenwood, no bet.
Yeah, I'll
maybe they're coming back to earth a little bit. Lindenwood is.
I'll bet Lindenwood here. Last year, this was like a weird spot where we had what was it? Little Rock's manager had died, and they changed this game and ended up going like meeting in like SEMO or something, if I remember correctly, or somewhere randomly. But anyway, I don't know why I was just thinking about that. But I'll take Lindenwood on the money line. They avenged their home loss to Little Rock here earlier on in the season. Give me Lindenwood money line bet for me.
All right, North Dakota laying a point against Nebraska Omaha. Over under is 149.5. Are we banging trash cans again? Omaha started conference play 1-3. Now they're 5-4. They already beat North Dakota though at home. North Dakota's been rolling too, 7-2 in conference play. This line kind of stinks. I don't think the books realize that North Dakota has been winning games, especially at home. They just win 3 on the road stretch, including St. Thomas on their way back. This line kind of stinks, I think. I think it's telling maybe Omaha's the play, but I'm not buying in. I'm taking North Dakota at home, going for a little revenge, and also a tough travel spot up there. I know Omaha to the Dakota is not too bad, but who wants to be in North Dakota right now playing? Let's get out of here. Yeah. Let's go Sather and the Sioux.
Yeah, I agree. North Dakota, another kind of revenge spot angle here as well. Another thing I think that's going to kind of determine this game is the amount of extra possessions that North Dakota is going to be able to get by forcing turnovers from Nebraska Omaha, and also North Dakota is really good at taking care of the ball, whereas Nebraska Omaha doesn't really like to force turnovers. So I think we see a lot of extra possessions there on the offensive side of the ball for North Dakota, which is going to lead to more chances at getting buckets. So I'll take North Dakota at home in the revenge spot.
All right. Oh, Citadel versus the Samford. Bulldog versus Bulldog. Samford's laying 11.5 against Citadel. Citadel, pretty bad, but hey, they've played 4 overtime games since January 10th. After starting 0-3 in conference play, now 5-5. But those games have been against VMI twice, UNC Greensboro. They had a great win against Furman we talked about. So they're probably due for an ass kicking. Don't get me wrong, but I don't trust the Samford team to be able to kick ass. I know that they still run a pretty good offense, shoot the three really well, spread the floor. Don't like run and gun, but can really run some good sets on half-court offense. Could probably expose Citadel, but too many points. I'm taking Citadel. Let's ride the hot hand. Let's go. Come on, Citadel.
Yeah, I'll take the Citadel here as well. I think it's too many points. I'm right there with you. Give me the Citadel plus the 13.5. Who's Samford to be laying double digits like this to really anybody, in my opinion. But yeah, give me the Citadel plus 13.5. We'll bet it up.
Oh, best game of the night. Tennessee Tech is laying 8.5 against Western Illinois. It is purple, yellow, or you know what it is? Western Illinois, maybe the worst team in college basketball as well. They are awful. 44 points against UT Martin. They lose by 40. Tennessee Tech's terrible too. I'll take Western Illinois plus the points. Absolutely no bets. I'm not even going to give a cap. Forget anything I said. Forget it all. Screw this game. I already had my good money line hit with Tennessee Tech. I'm not trying to bet on them again either.
Yeah, they had a good win against Tennessee State. I'll take Western Illinois plus the points, but I'm not betting this game. I'm not betting on Western Illinois at all on 0-12 team there in the OVC play. Yeah, don't want to bet this, but I will take the points.
UT Martin's laying 11.5 against Southern Indiana. Over-unders 133.5 here. I mean, I guess lay it, no bet. Maybe looking at a team total over angle for UT Martin. I think that they could really step it up in the 3-point game. Trinka and everybody. UT Martin didn't hit their team total last game. It fell just not even close to shy. They only win 55-52. I think they step it back up offensively. Give me the team total over 71.5. Yeah, 71. 72.5. The DraftKings has 71. Okay. They step it back up offensively. They get it done. Team total over.
Yeah, I'll take Southern Indiana plus the points. I'll stay off of it though. No bet.
Yeah, hey, you need any help at all? Elliot, he's got it. He's Mr. PT himself. He knows it all. Especially when we talk about injuries around here. He has his own practice. Actually, he's a doctor. Morehead State. No, he's not. Southeastern Missouri. He's not impersonating a doctor. He is a doctor of the sports. SEMO's laying 8.5 against Morehead State. That logo is sick. Don't want to lay points with SEMO. Morehead State, another very bad team. Lay it, no bet. I already got in the 8 o'clock window versus my banger of a 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it seems to me like it's a lot of points. So my gut's telling me to take the points. So I'm gonna take the plus 8.5 with Morehead State. No bet though, because Morehead, they did just lose that heartbreaker to Lindenwood at home. Um, but SEMO's been known to maybe put it on some teams there at home. So I'll stay away from taking the plus 8.5, but I'll take Morehead with the points. No bet.
Oh God. I promise I have a lot of bets if you watch the early part of the show. No bet here. Tennessee State laying a good amount of points. I think that they bounce back, get it done. I like this Nolan Smith team. But EIU, I mean, it hasn't been an auto fade this year, especially even on the road. They could be due for bouncing back offensively, but now they're getting bad timing with Tennessee State. What's their team total over Tennessee State? That is, it is it'd be like 76, 77. 77.5 for Tennessee State. A little high for me. I'll take that. No bets.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay it here with Tennessee State. I think they bounce back after that tough loss at home to Tennessee Tech. They also have already have lost to EIO there on the road. So I think they run it up here. I think their pace that they play with on offense is going to really pose a problem for an Eastern Illinois team who really likes to slow the pace down. I think they turn this into a track meet and run them out of the gym. I'll take Tennessee State minus 10.5, and I will bet this.
Oh, Ohio State's laying 7.5 on the road against Maryland. Over/unders 151.5. I know Maryland is god awful, but Jake Diebler laying 7.5. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. They just lost by 30 points against Purdue. If Buzz Williams needs to take his shirt off and flex again or something. We need to see that. Yeah, we beat Ohio State. Buzz. We'll talk about that another time. I hate this Ohio State team. You know me. I've been out on them. They don't win the big games, but I mean they still managed 14-7, 6-5. But I think their best wins against UCLA. Outside of that, they've beat Northwestern, Rutgers, Minnesota, Oregon, Penn State. I think it's a little paper tiger a little bit. No way they should be laying that many points. I like what Maryland could potentially do here. Get a random bounce up game for them where they could go up against Ohio State. We saw them do it against Penn State on the road. They're 1-9. They are god awful. Don't get me wrong, and they're well due to get their ass kicked. But I don't foresee Ohio State doing it. And give me Buzz over Diebler.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I'm seeing 6.5 now. Shout out to Wink in the chat. Thanks for that. And it looks like it's 6.5 kind of across the board. Still think it's too many points. I'll bet it now because it probably was going to go down. I could see this going down to even like 4.5 potentially. So I'll take the 6.5 with Maryland at home. Always going to back the better coach here in Buzz Williams. I know Maryland, like you said, hasn't been great. 1-9 to start out conference play with their only win coming to Penn State, but yeah, who is Ohio State to be laying 3 possessions on the road? No, thank you. Give me Maryland plus the points.
Juan Dixon versus Greg Oden. Let's go. And I see 7 is on Fanatics. I'm off that book because they're in hot water right now anyway with their shitty ass jerseys and their Rob Lowe looking designs, and they're horrible. And now, So, yeah, go if you have Fanatics, go to that if you like Maryland. But I will take the 6.5 here on MGM. Utah Tech versus UT Arlington. Utah Tech is laying 1.5 against Arlington. Utah Tech, kind of a surprising team this year for the most part, especially winners of 4 out of their last 5 now. I mean, yeah, I think UT Arlington may be the better team here, but Utah Tech has proven that they can win, and St. George especially. They just had 2 road wins against Abilene and Tarleton. Last time out against Arlington, it was a 56-52 game, an absolute slugfest, and they fought down to the wire. I like this Utah Tech team. I am worried about them against Arlington's defense, but let's go with the home Utah Tech crowd in St. George and climb a canyon, baby. Let's go Utah Tech. I don't think you can climb a canyon, but yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, no, very rarely do you get a team being able to not only avenge a loss, but also avenge a loss at home again in the same season. That's just kind of the wackiness of the WAC that we have this year, which is why it's called the WAC. With only 7 teams, we're seeing a lot of teams play each other 3 times, or everybody's playing each other 3 times. So UT Arlington, they've already beat Utah Tech in St. George once. I don't think they do it again. Give me Utah Tech money line. Lock it up.
All right. Looks like Washington is smoked after their fire first half, but that over did hit if you took that. 141.5. Northern Colorado versus Weber State. Norco is laying a point.
I'm sorry, get the fuck out of here. Weber State money line Wildcats. This Northern Colorado team is not who I thought they were at the beginning of the season. I know Weber State is kind of trended in the wrong direction as well, but I think they bounced back after that tough loss on the road against Sacramento State. They've already beat Northern Colorado once. That does scare me a little bit, but at home, Weber, give it to me. Weber money line.
Yeah, what the hell's going on with Weber? They're horrible lately. They just look like they're discombobulated on offense. They don't know what's going on. But I'm with you. Let's go. You said it best. Yeah, Norco, they've won 2 in a row too after starting 1-7. Bounce back to shit, Norco. What the fuck? All right, 11 more games on the slate here on this Thursday, and then tomorrow we are live, probably normal time. I think there's only like 9 games on Friday, so maybe we'll bring back that little chart for tomorrow night that we did. Call the FBI, all that, like the little ranking tier system. Bring that back for tomorrow's 9-game slate, but also a little get in, get out episode. Always good, especially when you got on Friday night. We will start like we did tonight at 10:30 Eastern. 155 games to go over. Games on from noon to midnight. End it with Hawaii. 155 games. Talk about Friday night, 10:30 Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in there. Montana State's laying 3.5 against Idaho. Over under is 147.5 here. I don't know, man. Idaho already beat Montana State by 3. Montana State's got them laying. Ken Palm's got Montana State laying 5.5, or 75-70 is the score for Ken Palm. I don't think it's bullshit. I think it's telling, and we're getting a fair line for an Idaho team. I feel like the books respect a little bit too much with how their roster was built early on in the season. But when it comes down to Idaho actually executing, it's kind of been a different story. Which Idaho team are we going to get and show up tomorrow? Are we going to get one that shows up heavily after a road win down in Flagstaff, now going back up north for their Montana stretch, and a team that they already beat by 3 at home? Give me Montana State minus 3.5.
Yeah, I'll take Montana State minus 3.5 as well. I like backing the better defensive-minded team. Idaho, they seemingly give up a lot of points here. I think Montana State will be able to score and get whatever they want on the offensive side and be able to slow down the Vandals there defensively. So give me Montana State in a bounce-back spot here at home to get it done and get it done by a decent margin. I don't think we're going to have to sweat this one out. I see them pulling away and winning this game by like 7 to 10 points.
Let's go. I'd love that. God, I'd love that. UC Santa Barbara is laying 2.5 against UC Davis here. I love both of these teams, but again, UC Santa Barbara, after a bad start, they looked themselves in the mirror and found ways to win on the road, found ways to win in the Thunderdome as well. I just like this UC Davis team a little bit too respected. Don't love it, but I feel like it is a good spot for them. I'm going to be feet up for this one. I'll take UC Davis plus the points. No bet. I'm just going to watch it and enjoy it. It's a fun one.
I'm going to sweat this one out. I'm going to take UC Santa Barbara minus the 2.5. I think they've figured it out, rattled off 6 straight, and it started after they lost to UC Davis at home. That was, they started out 2-0 in Big West play, then dropped 3 in a row, ending with UC Davis. I think they get right here, continue the trend. I don't think that they're going to lose to UC Davis here twice and kind of bookend their winning streak with 2 UC Davis losses. So give me Barbara to get it done, and then they drop one on Saturday at home against Irvine.
All right. Idaho State, get out of here. Laying 8.5 against Northern Arizona. Listen, I know Idaho State is a much better team, but are they? I mean, Northern Arizona's god awful. Idaho State's better at home. They've lost how many games straight? 5 in a row. Now they're coming back. I don't trust them to lay that many points, though. I'll take NAU. No bets. God, no bets.
Yeah, with how slow Idaho really likes to play, this 8.5 seems like a lot of points for me against the Northern Arizona team. Give me the 8.5 with Northern Arizona, but no bet for me either.
The funny part is, like, NAU could just shit the bed, and I think my record is going to be 18-13. So, but I did pay off the committee, so I think I'm going to get into Dayton at least for 18-13. Still though, 18-13 got like a unit and some change, just under 2 units on the day, betting half units. Let's go. We're stacking it up daily, feeding winners. UAB's laying a point against Memphis State University. Over under is 151.5 here. Don't want to fall for this UAB again. I mean, they can do it, but I feel like against like the top echelon, they've shit the bed. But this is one they get. Memphis is in an absolute free fall. I feel like the give a shit factor for this Memphis team is horrible. Now they're going into Birmingham. I mean, yeah, their defense could potentially travel, but I don't know. I think this UAB team and Andy Kennedy can step it up yet again offensively. They played 2 good defensive games on the road. Now they can come back and try to even run it up even more against a good Memphis team. So it's gonna be a hard fought game. I think Memphis is gonna be up for a little bit of this game. I think UAB gets it done.
Yeah, I think Memphis relies on turning you over a lot on the defensive side of the things, and UAB does a great job of taking care of the basketball. UAB at home, I like this. Memphis, they've been kind of reeling, losers of 3 of their last 4. Give me UAB to get it done outright. I'll take UAB money line.
Let's go. UAB money line. Huff money, baby. Let's go. Huff money. Money Huff. Money Huff is probably a college basketball player name, by the way. That'd be sick. Honor Huff and Money Huff, brothers.
Money Williams.
And Money Williams.
Shout out my guy.
Let's go. Utah. Whoa. Eastern Washington, Montana. Montana's laying 6.5 against Eastern Washington. Montana again. But it is in Missoula. I feel a little better about it. Montana offensively, defensively, great on both sides of the ball, way better than Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington 3-6 in conference play. They already beat Montana 66-65. Montana off of a loss to Sac State. Shout out the Pump Fake Pod, betting Sac State. Nope. Bad timing for Eastern Washington. Bad recipe overall with them already winning. I'm tempted to lay it, but I'm kind of more intrigued to take Eastern Washington's team total under here. 72.5. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it here with the Grizz. I'll take the -6.5. I think that they respond both to their loss against Sac State, but also to the loss earlier on in the season against Eastern Washington. And then I'm going to do an additional play, and I'm going to do a little Montana two-step for a unit and a half, maybe even 2 units. Taking Montana State money line, Montana money line. Really love that play for both Montanas to come through tomorrow here in the Big Sky. So give me Montana State as a money line parlay. I'll just play 1 unit since I'm already on the 1 unit for both of the spreads. So playing both spreads and then playing also that money line parlay with the 2 Montana schools.
Montana two-step from our guy E-Money. Let's go. Tail it. Western Kentucky's laying 4.5 against Jacksonville State. Over-unders 139.5. Man, again, Western Kentucky, they get some momentum, and then they just kind of like, starting 4-2, now 5-6 in conference play. They just had a big win against Middle Tennessee. Now they're going up against a Jacksonville State Ray Harper team that we know how their style of play is. Very slugfest, going to drown you out. They already beat Western Kentucky by 11. They put up one of their best offensive performances of the year. But this is Western Kentucky at home. I think even off of a good rivalry road win, I think they've been itching to get back home. Now they get a Ray Harper team here. I'll take the over 139.5 on FanDuel. I know that this is a gross over, I would say. We've seen Western Kentucky kind of slow it down a little bit more. But the book's right on. It's going to be a 72-68 style of game is what they're saying. And I think it's going to be a gross over. So I'm going to take the 139.5. We see Western Kentucky get in the 70s. I think Jacksonville State can compete somewhat. So I'm going to take the over 139.5. Gross over.
Yeah, I'll take Western Kentucky minus the 4.5 at home. Last time that they have been home, lost 2 straight to Kennesaw State, got blown out there, and then lost to Liberty. Really good Liberty team, obviously. But, I think they respond well. Jacksonville State, haven't been super impressed with them, especially on offense. I know defensively they can kind of muck the game up and kind of grind it out. But both of these teams are really good defensively. Kind of a nice little gross over. I do like that Huff. But yeah, give me Western Kentucky minus the 4.5.
I like it, Elliot. UC San Diego's laying 9.5 against Long Beach State. Over unders 144.5. Long Beach State's terrible. That logo's terrible. Give me UC San Diego, no bet.
I'll take Long Beach actually, plus the 9.5. Probably not going to bet this though. I just haven't been that impressed with what UC San Diego has done here as of late either. I mean, they dropped 2 in a row at home. I know those are against Irvine and Santa Barbara, kind of the cream of the crop there in the Big West, and then dropped on the road against Northridge by 17. But have they played yet? I think they played once. Yes, they did. UC San Diego won by 6 on the road. Give me Long Beach plus the points. No bet, though, for me.
And I don't know how we forgot about this, but Portland Pilots, they beat Gonzaga outright 87-80. Let's go. I completely missed that game. I had Portland as plus 22.5, but put it as one of my waiting bets. Don't really get too many weightings in, and they win wire to wire as well too. So great win for them. They're a good little rebounding team. They could play down low. That's a great win. And Gonzaga gets their bullshit. So and ends a 20-game losing streak against Gonzaga as well too. Shout out the Pilots. Let's go. And if someone. Let's look right now. I'm looking at Portland versus Gonzaga's history total. 2-43 going into this game. 2-43. Portland was against Gonzaga. Their last win was 2014 against Gonzaga, and the game before then at Gonzaga, 105-62 here. 2-43.
That's why you play the game.
This goes back to, I believe, the early 2000s, I believe, is what I'm looking at. So, yeah, great job, Pilots. Let's go. Northridge is laying a point against Cal Poly. Over-unders 176.5 here. Oh, God, that's a lot of points. But I'm definitely not betting an under here just due to the fact it's a Cal Poly CSUN kind of tempo with, CSUN playing the better side of the ball on defense. But last time out, it was a 95-90 game here. I'll take a gross under. Check the picks page if I bet this. It was already a high-scoring affair for them last time out. I don't know. I think things change in college basketball, but it's just really tough to change with Poly and Northridge's tempo. So gross under 176.5. Check the page tomorrow if I bet it. It'll probably be underweighting, and I won't do anything. Knowing me.
Let's bet it.
The under?
Yeah. Let's wait, though. Let's wait. We'll bet in the morning. Let's wait and see what it does. I like the under 76, but I think people are going to see, 90 to 95 to 90, 185. This is going to cruise. I think we can get it a couple extra points. If we can kind of just juice it out, squeeze out a couple of extra points, maybe we can get like 178.5, 179, something like that. So let's put this on our radar, our alert. We'll text about it, and then let's bet it possibly sometime tomorrow morning.
Dude, the Portland Pilots court storm was weak as hell too. Yeah, it was. It looked like a rec basketball. It's like everyone just like got off. Like they're like, oh, the parents that are out there. Like, it wasn't even kid. It was awful. Irvine's laying 16.5 against Bakersfield. I will lay it. No bet. Irvine's been killing teams. They've been clamping, stepping up defensively, and we all know Bakersfield is a hot piling peep of ass. No bet. Since I'm betting that under.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Irvine here. No bet as well. They've got one coming up on the road against Barbara here on Saturday that they're looking forward to. Don't want any part of taking the points with Bakersfield on the road either. So lay it for me with the Anteaters. No bet.
Oh, Cal Baptist versus Tarleton State. Baptist is laying 9.5 here. I don't know about this Tarleton team, man. They are fugazi as all can be. But this line's already jumped. I'm seeing 10.5 here. Oh shit! I'm tempted to bet Tarleton with that many points. But how many games have they lost in a row? Oh yes, Bakersfield. Let's go. Baptist can certainly drill teams at home. Do we take our guy Billy Gillespie catching double digits? This team is in a absolute free fall after starting 2-1. Now 2-7, losing 6 straight. They've only been a couple blowouts and bad games, and that was Utah Valley and UT Arlington.
I don't know, man.
Well, it's terrible.
The fact that we're taking this long, I'm going to take Tarleton. I'm not going to ride, or I'm not going to fall off of taking my Gillespie train with the 10.5, but I'm not going to bet this. I'll take Tarleton plus 10.5.
All right. Final game of the night. UC Riverside versus Cal State Fullerton. Fullerton's laying 6.5. Talk about ass. Riverside is not very good either for the most part. Fullerton, much better team at home. Now, and they're off of a bad offensive performance when this team normally should be putting up 90+. And they lost to Riverside by 9 on the road here. I'll lay it with Fullerton. No bets. I will bet Tarleton. No bet for Fullerton here.
You're betting Tarleton?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it climb. It's already up to 10.5.
Yeah, I want some action, but I don't know. I'll take Fullerton minus 6.5. No bet for me though. UC Riverside has been terrible. I agree, Jeff. Ass versus ass here. But seems like the Titans can get it done at home and put up a lot of points potentially. So maybe it's even like a over spot over 154.5. But yeah, no, give me Fullerton. They've already lost to Riverside once. Give me Fullerton minus 6.5. Wait to see if I bet it. Probably will.
The train going off. The train going off in the background. The Royal Highlander was a passenger train between London and Scotland, and it was withdrawn in 1908. But there was a derailment in 1928 from the Royal Highlander train. By the way, so if you hear the train in the background, and the Royal Highlander exists. I
will say I was also talking about a train derailment earlier today. Some patients of ours were involved in a train derailment. So if that's not foreshadowing to what's going to happen to the Highlanders tomorrow, both NJIT and Riverside, I think we just we fade both of the Highlanders.
Let's go. No, not technology. Don't bring up technology. No. King Jack, let's go. King Jack off. I really appreciate y'all's hard work. Look at that profile picture. Poop, business, phone, robot arm, and a king in pants. Let's go. Little poop guy there, business worker. Appreciate the donation, man. We appreciate you tuning in even. And always, guys, hit that like button. We're here every night, other than last night. First time missing a show ever since like our first year, before even Elliot was on the show way back when. Now we're not missing anything. So yeah, in either way, we're always gonna get our picks up. Fade us, tail us, hit that like button. It's all we ask for. And we're gonna hear talking college basketball like we were with Megan. What a great conversation that was. We're gonna be here talking ball all the time. We love college basketball. It's been my favorite sport since I was a little kid. College basketball's been in my blood. Bob Knight, growing up on that. This is what it's all about. I love college basketball. And coming here every night for the most part, other than last night, it's been solid, and it's been so much fun talking to you guys. So appreciate you guys tuning in each and every night and offering your plays and just your camaraderie and banter. It's been such a great season. Let's continue rolling. Even if I'm 18-13 on the night, it was setting up a little better. It was a great day. We're another winning day in February. That's 3 out of 4 winning days to start the month. That's how we want to roll. We're going to continue doing that tomorrow. 11 Eastern tomorrow, 9 games to go over only for the Friday slate, but a couple really good ones to talk about. And then on Saturday, 155 games to go over for the mega slate, but we will be doing that Friday night at 10:30 Eastern. So make sure to tune in. I don't know if I'll be drinking whiskey like I did last episode, but we'll maybe go back to the beers, but we're going to do something. So mega show. Only a couple more weekends left of this, so let's enjoy it, smell the roses, and enjoy some college basketball. 2 hours, 40 minutes with Megan. Great show. Fast forward to the beginning or rewind to the beginning on the replay. Rhythm play of the day is Northeastern Hofstra under 155.5. Megan gave out a couple other unders as well too. We're going to take the Northeastern Hofstra under 155.5. Let's roll.
Let's do a double pack, a little double dose for the duo here. Do the Michigan Penn State under as well.
Okay.
I liked it. She liked it. Let's rock both of those.
I was thinking even the CAA under one too. Both
Do
CAA unders.
Give them a 3-pack.
All right, the 3-pack: NCAA Charleston under 155, and then Michigan State Penn State under 167.5. Let's roll.
164.5, not 67. It's it was 164. I don't think it was ever 167.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It is 164. Anyway.
Yeah, 164 and a half, and then what was the other one? Hofstra Northeastern 155 and a half.
We'll call that our Rithmm play of the day. We don't do parlays. We'll do Rithmm play of the day for Northeastern Hofstra, but everything else is just great as well because that was the first play that she gave out. So we'll do that one, and Rithmm likes it there. We got tons of plays. Check the picks page. See you guys tomorrow night for an easy get in, get out episode of 9 games, and then 155 games to go over at 10:30 Eastern. We'll be going all night. Grab your beers, grab your everything. Enjoy your Friday night with us. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow night. Great episode. Let's rock.